Okay, here we are. We're live on the internet. We made it. Slightly late. Don't worry about it.
There was some background fiddling going on for Diana.
There was, it wasn't right, and we needed more yarn and, well, actually, I needed more yarn within reach.
Oh, guys. I feel like this is going to need a fair dues warning. We don't normally do State of the Whips live because it's a lot. It's a lot.
We're gonna be here
So
for a minute.
we're gonna be here for a hot second. Grab some tea, grab some coffee, settle in, get a good project. This could be a hot second. Diana, do you have the counters?
I do have the counters.
We should probably get those started because I know how long this is going to be. I'm going to say hi to everyone in chat. Hello, everyone in chat. Uh, this is
Hello
not a normal
to
episode.
hello to Knitting Purple and Asa and Tracy. Thanks for
This
joining
is
us for this journey of, oh dear God, what's in the bottom of this box? What's in the
yeah. That's
box?
what's in the box. It's a thing. So we're gonna do an automatic roll up initially because Diana keeps track for everything. So I need to be up to number 2.
Okay.
Because I have a secret crafting project with Louise, which I can't show anybody till the first Thursday of January, and we have our secret craft off. So I already have 2 projects in the bucket I cannot talk about,
Okay. In
simply
that
due to their
case,
secret nature.
I have an additional one for craft off.
Technically, you have 2 because your Mohair Reno medley is here.
Okay, I have 2. We're off to a great start. That's 2 more than I thought were going to be on this counter.
They're whips. We can't talk about them. Or in the case of the Mohair Reno medley, you don't have it. It's in my apartment. But they are whips. They do count. So I was thinking about it when I called you. I was like, oh. No, we just need to auto start at 2 for both of us for those reasons. Because that's where it's at. And I don't want to give away the secret sauce. Like, it's not time for those check-ins yet. So thank heavens we're not counting my designs. My project files would be massive.
Yeah, we're not counting designs. That would make the number go up. More for you than for me, I suspect, but mine would still go up.
Yeah. We are definitely counting all current projects on the hook or needles. We did give each other leeway if it is projects where there is just seaming or some sewing and that's the last bit. We didn't have to count those if we didn't want to because that's in the finishing realm. Oh, man. And obviously, secret projects count, but not design work. So we are including the spinning this year.
Which I don't
Because
think
I
we've
think
done
we've been
before.
hiding. We have not. We've been hiding it like it's a dirty little secret, and I'm like, that's not cool. Let's pull that out.
Oh, there we go.
So
Something on
that
my hair.
we know and that you guys know exactly where we're sitting as we go into 2024 and what we're looking at whip wise when we talk about our bingo cards next Monday. Because the 1st of January is Monday. Monday! Just let that pontificate in your brain a little while.
It's a good thing I almost have all my squares figured
Percolate.
out.
I'm debating how I want to arrange my squares.
Yeah, but that's a
I have
different
my
stream.
decaf coffee in my stoneware mug that Diana bought me.
Oh, I don't have that mug. I have the other stoneware purple mushroom mug.
5 minutes in, guys. Our English has already left the building.
We're doing
Uh,
so well. Oh my
so
goodness.
here's the thing. These counts are a lot closer than you think they're going to be every year.
They're
So
also
I'm
higher
gonna
than I
make
want
you
them to
go
be,
first.
or mine is.
I'm gonna make you go first.
All right. We're just going to catch up with chat briefly. Hello
Absolutely.
to Liz and Emma Jane, who's
Hello,
making
hello.
gingerbread cupcakes. Can I come to your house? Oh my God.
That
I want
sounds
gingerbread
tasty.
cupcakes. Oh, and Liz is playing fetch with my kitten Ollie, or her kitten Ollie. I don't have a kitten Ollie. I want a kitten Ollie. I want a kitten, and I want gingerbread
I know you
cupcakes.
want a kid. Diana's all about the wants today. Whew, gosh. I had bacon and potatoes for breakfast.
Boss is also reminding us we need to think about the craft off for the next week. Oh, and hello to Nikki, who's just popped in.
Yeah, those postings are going up on Friday and Saturday. I'm using the state of the WIP to take a hard look at what I've got going, so I know what I'm picking for craft off. So feel free to vote. Guys, when we hold up each project, this is a hardcore keep, rip, because if we're not going to pick it up in the next 30 days, unrealistically,
I have
it's
some
not
rips
saying.
for sure in my bin.
I am paring back. Like, we are cutting hard. We are cutting hard this year, so not just so that the whips are manageable.
I will even commit. I will take the needles out of any projects that I'm going to rip.
Oh yeah, they're going.
I will reclaim the needles.
Like, I'm not second guessing this. I'm going to clear things up. There's stuff I want to cast on. There's stuff I want to work on. There's stuff that I've outgrown that I don't want anymore. I want to reclaim that yarn. I want to reclaim those needles. And I want to stop feeling bad because I'm not working on these things. So
I know, right? Like, they just sit there and there's like little pockets of guilt.
It's going to be a harsh rip here, guys. Yeah. So gird your loins.
Asa says, I have 6 whips. That includes the blanket. Hey, shush you.
Listen, if I can be under 20, I will be happy. I'm quite happy under 20, but I have a laundry list of cast-ons that I want to do, and I can't afford. I don't have the space. I physically do not have the square footage for it. Diana can tell you, we are packed in here.
Tracy says, need to count mine. Lisa says 3 here. Oh, Emma Jane says, I'm welcome to come over for cupcakes, but they might be gone by the time I get there.
Fair. So I'm hopeful Diana does a bunch of ripping so she doesn't have guilt stuff looking at her. I'm hoping to do a bunch of ripping
I know there's at least a couple in there. All right, I'm supposed to be starting, so I'm going to start with the stuff that people know about. So this is the Steinkrieger for Mr. Diana. We have a body. We have 3/4 of a sleeve, half a sleeve, 2/3 of a sleeve. Let's say 2/3 of a sleeve. I'm probably going to work on this while we're streaming today. The rest of it is, it's right here.
Feels so weird to do this live.
Yeah, the rest of it's here. So it's like overall 2/3 done. And I was hoping it would maybe be done by the new year, but I don't think that's going to quite happen. So I'm going to say done before February, which is because I started this as the 2-week sweater challenge last year. So I just want to have it done before a full year has gone by at this point.
Fair.
I want it done in time to do cute coupley photos in the snow, but it's pouring rain today, so I'm not too worried about that deadline.
Yeah, you're not staring that one down, are you?
I'm really not. At this point, it's like, I don't know, maybe in February, maybe we'll get some snow.
You might have snow, yeah.
We might have enough snow to take photos in a month. All right, so that's, I gotta update my number. Okay, that was project number 3 for me. I'm up to 3.
This is my third. I want to get this done today because I'm literally seeing her father tomorrow. I have a funeral to attend. A friend of ours' father passed away just before Christmas. So the service for his celebration of life is tomorrow. So I'm hoping to get the sleeves done on, oh my god, I've got 4 balls of yarn attached right now, guys, because I'm doing them 2 at a time and it's color work. 4 balls of yarn going on right now. It's a yarn management situation.
It's a situation. Oh dear.
It's a situation. This is the Moonbeam sweater, which you guys can see a little bit here, which is the small version of the Aerialis sweater. It was a huge, wonderful colorwork sweater that Pom Pom Quarterly came out with a couple of years ago. I forget the name of the designer, but the body's done. I just need to do the sleeves.
Is that one Bad Wolf Girl something?
I think it's Bad Wolf Girl. Yeah, I could be wrong. I love
so many of her designs.
Correct me. She's gorgeous. She is a gorgeous designer. It's so pretty. So I've got half of the first chart repeat done. I have to repeat the charts twice, and then it's just stockinette in the red till I'm 2 inches shy of the body length. I'm not even bothering with decreases. This is for a 3-year-old, and I want it to last her till she's close to 5, so I'm just making the sleeves straight. So as she grows, the sweater can grow with her. So I am going till 2 inches before the end of the body of the sweater, and then I'm going to do an inch of ribbing. That's it. And as
Seems
you can
reasonable.
tell, I'm making a 5T, so it's not like it's a lot of knitting. It's not a lot of knitting. The body, once I got past the color work, just flew. A, because there wasn't that much left to do. And B, because stocking it in the round is something I can do pretty easily without having to look. My eyeball is still bugging me a bit, so the color work is slow going. The fact of doing them 2 at a time and in color work slows it down even a bit more. But that's okay. I'm getting there. And I just need to get through 8 more rows of color work. And then I'm just down to stockinette. So in theory, there's photos, and you guys never see this again. Because it's gone off to be with the little girl it has been made for. So that's my number 3. Which I cannot misplace. So we're just going to put it over here. Because I need to work on it when we're done this. No, I'm not doing colorwork sleeves 2 at a time with 4 balls of yarn going while talking to you at the same time.
Yeah,
I draw the line. I draw the line.
Knitting
That's being
Purple.
made out of impeccable, guys.
Knitting Purple says I have 1 spinning, 1 crochet baby blanket, and a scrappy sock yarn blanket that I need more scraps for. That's an accomplishment, having a scrappy blanket that you need more scraps for.
More scraps for?
I do not lack for scraps. My
both
these 2 bins here are both scraps in different weights.
Yeah.
I don't lack for scraps.
Blankets. Scrappy blankets are in our future, guys. You're up, my dear.
Also saying my blanket was started in 2021, so I do need to finish it soon. And Lisa says I want to finish my shawl before the month sweater challenge. That's a good goal.
Yeah.
And Jen says, I'm not sure how many I have. I know I have the Selbu coat, the Alpine bloom sweater, and 3 pairs of socks I cast on in the past week. In the past week, holy.
Jen was trying to get a whole bunch of socks done in time for Christmas presents.
What do we got? Okay.
Oh.
I have
more blanket projects than some people have entire WIP categories.
All right.
Oh my god. Okay.
Project number 4.
I'm clearly not stressed about these.
I have the Cozy Dreams shawl that I started.
Hey, that's me.
Yeah. That's a Jocelyn pattern. That's upside down. That's a Jocelyn pattern.
It's a free Jocelyn pattern. I don't say that often.
Ooh. I didn't know that. I mean, I was...
Guys,
I sort of
Diana
tech
wants
edited
one
it
of
a
my
little
patterns.
bit.
She just sort of gets them. She's just like, oh, I want that. And she just gets the Google Doc. Like, I just send her the link to the Google Doc.
But I'm pretty sure I messed up my increases at some point. Because I think I was trying to do it while I was doing this. And I mean, it's like 6 rows. So I think my thought for this one is I'm going to rip it out and restart it. And I want to do one of those, like, how much can I crochet in X number of hours kind of videos. And I feel like this is a good contender for that. Fun.
That is good. Yeah, because it's not a complicated... It's free because it fell out of my head. There was no ripping back.
Yeah, like, it's super easy. And I just, I have the wrong number of stitches and I'm not sure how it happens. So I'm just like, it's early enough, I'll just do it again.
I did it in one go and it was done. And then I did a worsted weight one the next week. So like, I was like, this was not a challenging design project for me. So I'm just super simple, hugely beginner friendly. So I was like, nah, just make that free for people.
Maybe I will, since I have just claimed that I'm going to rip this out and restart it, maybe I'll just rip it right now.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah? Hook's already out?
Yeah. Hook's already out. What are you making that out of? That's the cloud stuff, right?
Yeah, this is Karen Cloud Cakes in, I want to say Cinnamon Swirl? Cinnamon Swirl. Okay. So it's like a red brown, a dark brown, a couple of shades of beige, some red.
Now, because you're casting that back on, we still need to count it.
Yeah, I'm still counting it. But
okay,
here we go.
So you're up to 4?
Whee! Oh. It's happening.
Hey, it rips well. That's lovely.
Yeah, which I was a little worried about because it's like fluffy yarn, right?
It is. No, that looks like it's ripping quite lovely.
Liz says I
Where am I
have.
at? I'm
Here
at
we go. Liz says I have 6 whips. May have to frog a couple. 6 whips, have to frog a couple.
6.
Be delighted if I was down to 6. 6 is like my goal.
If I had 6 whips, people would be asking me if I was running a temperature or if something was wrong.
Emma Jane says, I have an unfinished temperature blanket from 2022, a scrappy scarf, a crochet corner-to-corner blanket on the go. Nice. I love the concept of a temperature blanket, but I also know that I would never pick a set of colors that I actually liked enough to do a whole blanket.
Yeah, I
wouldn't.
I love the look of them, but I can't
I
commit
love
to
looking at
one.
other people's and like watching their videos
Oh,
about
yeah.
it, but I know I'm
Oh,
never
yeah.
going to realistically actually do one myself.
No, I absolutely wouldn't. I have my Tribeca trench coat, which is not going to be a whip for long. So this is number 5 for me.
No, that's still only 4.
How is that only 4?
Well,
Oh, right, because you went
I'm
first.
I'm only at 4, so yeah. And you made me go first.
I did.
You have to be weird
so
and different.
The Tribeca trench coat. I'm making my way up the back panel. I've started the shaping for the shoulders and stuff. The goal is that this is done on the 6th of January. This
That's
is
very soon.
I decided to challenge myself to a Tudor 12 Days of Christmas challenge, which I'm really freaking enjoying so far. So it is a ball and a half of Bernat bulky every day for 12 days. And then because Tudor 12 Days of Christmas is technically 13 days because Christmas Day is day 0. So day 13 will be to finish any sewing or finishing details that I have to do. So in theory, if I stick to it, what am I, 2 now? 3? What day am I on? 0 is Christmas Day. Yesterday was day 1. Today is day 2. And I have a ball of yarn to get through. Now I'm supposed to do a ball and a half every day. Today I'm aiming for 2 balls instead of a ball and a half, as I have to attend a funeral tomorrow, and I don't want to stress myself out by having to do yet a ball and a half of yarn when I get home. So I'm going to try to work ahead today so I don't have to worry about it tomorrow.
Yeah, because that's going to be a bit too big to travel and discreetly do.
This is not a project you can take to a Catholic mass funeral.
No.
It's not purse friendly. Now, will I be sitting in the back pew with the friends and the boys will be playing on their phones? Absolutely. Will I be knitting? Yes. We're there for our friend, not necessarily for the religious service, but we will do it discreetly so that people don't see us not really paying attention to the service. Will I pay attention to the Latin bits? Yes, because I understand the Latin bits. Will I be paying attention to the French bits? Not so much. I don't know French.
Seems reasonable.
So that's how we do it. But we're there to support her in her time of grief and to be a visual network for her. So we will keep our fidgeting to ourselves quietly in the back corner because we are all adults and can do that. And I will not be sitting next to the guy who's driving me down because he likes to tug on my hair like he's 4.
Oh my god. Really?
He has ADD and he's one of my exes, so like both me and his wife know that you have to keep him busy because he doesn't sit still very well on his own. He is a giant version of a toddler. That's just how bad his ADD is or ADHD is. So he tugs on my hair because he's bored and my hair's in a braid and he knows he can. I won't get mad at him for it because I know he's doing it because he's bored. He just needs to do something. I'm also gonna sit with a guy between me and him so that he can pester that person instead of me.
Nice.
If we have to wait somewhere in a line, he gets my cane so he can play around and fiddle with the cane. Like you just have to give him something to do, or he becomes a menace, like a small child on sugar. And it's not his fault. That's just how his brain works. So you just learn to accommodate for it. Same way as like he verbally tells me everything that's going around because I can't see, so he gives it to me like an audiobook.
Nice.
I make sure his brain stays occupied so that he doesn't become a menace to himself and everyone else around him. Makes him a great dad.
Oh yeah, I imagine kids love him.
Oh my god, kids love him and he loves kids because it's just their brains work at the same speed, so it's great. Okay, you are up.
Yeah,
Whew,
catching
look
up
at
on
that.
chat again. We're having a chat here. Melanie says, "Hey
Good.
guys," Nikki
Hi.
says, "I have to go through the trunk, the trunk of shame." No shame.
Whew, that's
There's no
aggressive. It's
shame.
the trunk
There's
of
no shame
joy.
here.
It's the trunk of joy.
The trunk of
Trunk
forgotten
of
treasures.
discovery. Trunk of discovery.
Yeah, there we go. Here I
Trunk of
throw my
discovery.
hibernating whips, but on a happy note, I cast on a hot water bottle cover. Nice.
Oh, lovely. I don't have a
Karen's
hot water bottle. I haven't had one in years.
kind of feeling like maybe I want one.
I have that magic rice bag that sits in the freezer, or you
We
can
have
microwave
3
it.
of those now. Sibling and partner made everybody one of those for Christmas. They're so
I may have
great.
stolen one of my mom's back-shaped ones that lives in the bathroom. It smells like eucalyptus. You stick it in the microwave and heat it up, and you got shoulder pains, and it just weights the shoulders down. It gives
Yep.
you that nice heat distribution across it. Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
have 2.
yeah.
Both are from my mom. I've jacked both of them from my mom.
Good job.
Oh, my poor mom, how she suffers. Guys, she doesn't. She has her own. I only get them if there's multiples.
Karen was saying, I did manage to get under 10 whips at some point this year, but that didn't last long.
I don't think I could ever do less than 10 whips. Like, we're already at what, 4?
4, yeah.
5?
We're about
This
to
will be
start 5.
our 5th one. No. I'm not ripping the projects I've just started. I'm not ripping my secret projects, and I'm not ripping the project I'm going to finish today to give away tomorrow. Hard pass, guys. I have to finish the sleeves today. I want to give that sweater to her dad tomorrow.
Where was I? Oh, Emma Jane was saying, don't do it about the temperature blanket. I ran short of one
Don't do
color,
it.
and it's, was discontinued. I can't for the life of me source it. I need it for 1 row. I may have to be inventive with the temperature for that day.
Baby.
Oh my gosh.
Cut. Cut. Oh.
Elisa was asking, what project is Catholic Mass friendly if you're paying attention?
I do socks in the round because I don't have to look at them. So I can look up and pay attention to the service, but beneath the pew, because I obviously can't read the book, right? Like I can't read any printed books at all anymore. So I'm certainly not reading the Bible. The print in the Bible is quite tiny.
Oh yeah, God.
It's been many, 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 many years since I've been able to read a regular print Bible. So I will pay attention to the service, but below the pew, my hands will be knitting quietly.
Yep. I mean, I'm doing that right now. But yeah, just pick something small and simple that you don't have to look at. You can get away with knitting basically anywhere.
Learning to knit without looking is so handy.
It's so useful.
Such a handy skill. Such a handy skill. Guys, I'm going to tie my hair back up because it's driving me nuts.
Susanna says, I don't want to admit to how many I'm not going to admit to how many I have. That's where I'm at, except here we are, publicly on the internet, admitting to how many we have.
This is the thing that we do for us and for you. Also note, if you don't hear of a project and you remember it from the last State of the WIP, it's because I ripped it. I've either finished it or I've ripped it. It's no longer a WIP. I've been aggressive this year. I've been very aggressive this year. And
I'm feeling the need to be more aggressive this year.
Oh, I'm liking that. Was it you? Yeah, you were up.
Yeah, sorry, I'm still catching up on chat.
Oh my goodness.
Melanie was saying it would be unusual now to hear Latin at a RC mass/funeral. It's yeah, okay. What is RC?
I find it depends. Roman Catholic.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It depends on the
Obviously,
service,
I'm so
on the
religious.
congregation, on the person. Like it really sort of depends. And for my friend and for her father, they grew up doing bilingual French, Latin masses. So that's what the congregation is. It's a French English-speaking congregation, so their masses are in French and Latin because that's what they do. That's just the nature of how they do it. So I've found over the years that it's very specific and very individualized to each individual congregation of each individual type of Christianity that does it. So everyone's got their own preferences and traditions for it. So I like the music, I like the service, I like the building. Like I enjoy it all the way around. I mean, I'm not going to enjoy why I'm going, but the service itself will be quite beautiful. So I'm looking forward to that. I only understand the Latin parts. So it's like half the service doesn't make sense to me. Because it's either French or Latin. Uh, but it just depends on where you're going and why. Non-denominational services are the same way. Each one is slightly different. They all insist that their way is the way everybody does it, which is incredibly untrue. It's incredibly untrue.
Nice. As then there's the whole Catholic calisthenics program: sit, stand, kneel, sit, stand, kneel.
Sit, stand, kneel. Yeah. I suspect a lot of the people attending the mass will be of the elder sort. We don't do a lot of standing and kneeling. If
That's
I
fair.
remember from her mom's service well enough. Also, not as long as I think it's going to be, and I always think they're going to be epic. They're not short. It's not like 5 minutes and done, but they're not like, oh my god, why am I still here? Not the longest service I have ever had to attend. Funerals, it's a thing you guys will have to do as adults, and if you don't, oh boy, you're gonna be in for a hard time first time you have to.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yup.
It's gonna be interesting when it's somebody that I actually like knew well. I've not had to go to many, and it's always been for somebody that's been like kind of removed. So I was like going for a friend or family member who had lost somebody rather than for the person who's not with us anymore. So
This year I've had 2 friends whose parents have passed away, and I had a cousin pass away.
well, that's altogether too much.
That's not unusual. So
all right,
I'm
on
old
an
enough now
increase
that
row.
I am at the age now where it could be my friends.
Well, that's sad.
I'm in my 40s.
Yeah.
It starts to become a real danger at this point. Again, guys, remember my grade 12 valedictorian had to be changed because our original valedictorian got the flu and passed away one weekend before we graduated. So, like, funerals have been a part of my life for a very long time. For a very long time. I do not suffer the illusion that life is something you can guarantee and expect to have the next day. It's not my life experience. That's also why I harp a lot about how dangerous colds and flus are, because I know exactly how dangerous colds and flus are.
That's fair.
Yeah.
No, I just have a very small circle of people that I know and care about, so it's just if you don't know many people, you don't go to many funerals.
Well, yeah, that's true. Are we caught up on chat?
We are caught up on chat, more or less.
Oh, good. Every row in the Cozy Dreams is an increased row, my dear.
Yes, and I messed it up at some point and didn't do one or did too many. I'm not quite sure what I did. Anyway, it's ripped now.
Should be doing...
What am I doing now?
4 stitches increase every row. Yep. 2 on each side.
And I evidently missed one.
Cool, well done. Don't get me wrong, I do that all the time.
All right, I'm updating my project count to 5.
Okay, what's number 5?
Number 5 was a Christmas present that didn't happen.
Oh.
These are mittens for my dad. And I got this far. I got this far and realized that they are way too big and I don't like them, so I'm gonna rip them out and restart them in a smaller size, and I'm still gonna do them. But they're an in the new year thing. It'll be a Christmas in January. I'll send a tin of cookies and a pair of mittens to my parents.
Pull the needles out. Commit. Pull the needles out.
I'm committing. I'm right here. I'm committing. I'm attempting to commit right now. It's very tight. Hang on. I'm struggling to commit.
She has commitment issues. Look, we're watching them live on stream.
There we go. There's one. Also, these needles aren't long enough to do them 2 at a time, which was very disappointing.
Oh. Yeah, you need a really long cord to do 2 at a time successfully.
Yeah, so I gotta do them 1 at a time, and I gotta go down a size, or not go down the size of mitten, as in have fewer stitches. Not that the size of needle was fine. Okay, they're off the needles.
You need to get those behemoth long needles like you bought me.
I know. Every time you pull those out, I'm like, glorious. Damn, I gotta buy myself some of those. Okay, here we are. We're ripping. We're taking out the bit of scrap yarn. There we go.
The 2 at a time sleeves are only possible because I've got them on that long cord that you bought me. I think like 72 inches or something like cord. Like, it is an obscenely long cord, and I love it for shawls and 2 at a time projects. Just yes. I've been eyeballing. I'm like, I might need some more of the obscenely long ones to do more 2 at a time stuff. Because, oh man, 2 at a time sleeves. I just have to admit that I do better with sleeves if I'm just doing them once and they're both done at the same time.
Yeah. And then it's easier to make them the exact same length and everything. Mittens, that's less of a danger.
It is less of a danger with mittens. All right. I suppose it's me again. Ooh.
It is.
I know what this is.
What is your project number 5?
Look at my Canada Reads bag.
Woo! Oh, you gotta hold it more lefter.
Lefter.
Yeah, there we go.
You mean over my face?
Well, I mean, you're centered in the frame-ish, so.
Woodwose, the 2nd edition.
Ah.
The Borg version of my Woodwose that I started. And I know why I've stopped.
Why did you stop?
I keep meaning to ask Erin when she's over. Because I don't know if I have mucked up my increases or not, and I think I may have. And I don't want to rip the whole thing. So I wanted to ask Erin if she could take a look at it to confirm my suspicions. Because if I'm just off by 1 stitch, I'll just fudge the stitch, right? Like, that's fine and done and we move on. But if I'm off by more than that, I'm going to have to rip back a couple of rows. So I need to confirm with a sighted person where I'm sitting for my increase and stuff. But like, look at that. I'm not ripping this. I want to work on this.
Not.
Oh gosh, no! I love this too much. I'd be working on it now if I didn't need to work on other things. So the moment I'm able to put down a large design project, Endless Summer Adventure Cardi, I'm picking this back up. My project deadlines are, this is my treat for finishing that cardigan design. It's like, I get to come back to this when I'm done that cardigan design. Otherwise, I'll put the cardigan design off, guys. And I don't want to do that. All right. I'm going to make a pile of things that need to go back. Okay, a pile of things that need to go back. All right, that was my number 5. Second sweater, coat thing though. So my second garment. Wow. Might be garment heavy WIP projects this year.
Almost done ripping this. Just catching up on chat. We're talking about funerals and religions and masses.
It's an unfun part of life. I mean, it's a part you gotta do, but it is an unfun part.
Yeah. It is.
Oh, I can work on this.
I think the saddest one I've been to is my friend's mom passed away a few years ago. That was sad. Because her mom was like 60. Maybe not even. And it was so sudden, nobody was prepared for it. So that one was really hard. Okay. The ugliest ball in the world. I have ripped out the mittens. I can put everything back in the bag.
Did it.
I can restart the mittens. They still count as a WIP because
Good.
they're still getting made.
They do.
but I've done the hard part. I'm ready to just cast on again. I guess it's my turn to talk about project number 6.
It is. I've
Project
discovered, in
number.
fact, there is a project I can work on while we chat.
I'm gonna stick with things I've been continuing to talk about. Gosh. Here.
Okay.
Okay, so you know the Charlie's mittens? How I was gonna knit, like... Yeah, this is it. I didn't even finish one.
Oh, jeez.
And...
Didn't you have 3 weeks? You were gonna get a pair of mittens done a week.
Yeah. I made them some other smaller stuff for Christmas, so it's fine, and I don't need to make these anymore.
Okay.
So... I think I might just rip it.
If you're not going to use them for their original purpose, I say claim the yarn back.
Yeah. It means I have these annoying little stripes of green, but I don't know. We'll figure it out.
The only other option is to keep them and try to get them done by July for Christmas presents next year.
Could do that. So, I don't know.
And make it like a Christmas in July, so in July all you work on is mittens. Which isn't too bad given that July tends to be pretty hot and humid for you.
Yeah. I think the other thing...
And there's travel projects, so...
I think the other thing I didn't like about these was that I decided... Because there's the green, and then there's like the orangey color, and then the like more browner color.
Yes.
And I think the contrast between the orange and brown is too low, even with the green stripe in between them.
Yeah. Well, if you're not liking them, rip them.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to rip them out, and I'm going to do 2 colors with the green and either the orange or the brown. I haven't decided which one of those yet, but the green and one of the colors.
Yeah, that works.
So
I've made mittens. That's the midwinter pattern.
Yes, that was the midwinter mittens. So,
no, pull the needles. You don't like it?
Well, the needles are already out because it's not on the needles right now. But with all the little bits and bobs, this is going to be a ever so slightly more involved rip. So I'm going to not do that right now.
Do that later.
Yeah.
Do that later. Okay.
Now, do I want to claim the needles back out of here is my question. I think that answer is yes. I'm going to claim the needles back.
Okay.
So there we go. Project 6 is a rip. I will put it over here in the rip pile.
Ooh, fancy. You have a rip pile. Bless you.
Oh, excuse me.
Burning that same candle?
Yes. It's cozy and it smells good. It's vanilla.
If it's making you sneeze, you shouldn't be burning it. You have other candles.
They also make me sneeze. Oh, this one makes me sneeze the least.
I don't know, guys. I don't know what I'm going to do with her.
All right. I don't know. Oh, there's a saying I should keep and finish. Yeah, no, that's not. Nope, they're ripping. I'm ripping those.
I like this new honest with herself, Diana.
Whew. You know, it's just I'm in a space where I'm like, you know what? I don't need this old baggage hanging around. That's like part of the haircut thing that's been happening this year as it slowly gets shorter and changes color, and like I just don't need this. I don't need WIPs from years ago. I don't need WIPs I know I'm not going to finish. Just get rid of them. Do something else.
I'm going to keep working on the Scarf of Doom.
I do like that scarf.
I knew it was going to be a long project. I knew it was for a very tall boy. I knew it was going to be a very long scarf. I knew it was going to take me a very long time, even though it was in garter. And I wasn't worried about it. Still not worried about it. I'm going to continue to make progress on this. I'm also over the halfway point. It would be ridiculous to stop now. Especially since said boy has seen it and he loves the colors and he loves that he can double up on it, and he has said yes, he would like to mummy into the scarf in -40. So I was thinking that yes, that's what he wants. And then he was like, and I love that there's no fringe. I'm like, well, he didn't seem like a fringe kind of guy. He's not a fringe kind of guy. Something about getting stuck in zippers. Legit. If the reason you don't like fringe is because you zipper it into your coat, that's fair.
It is a problem with fringe.
It is a problem with fringe. So I'll have like a 50 billion ends to weave in when I'm finished, but that's not the point. The point is I found it and I work on it, and he's happy to receive it whenever it is finished, and he loves the squishy garterness of it all. So I'm going to continue to slowly ponder away at this bad boy. So my number 6 is a scrappy acrylic scarf.
Nice.
I went to the walk-in yesterday about my eyeball.
And the end result is keep doing what you've been doing.
The original Google was correct. For the record, the original Google is my mom, guys. I call my mom first and go, I'm doing this because of this. Any other thoughts or suggestions? And she does some thinking on it. Yes, because it is not infected. Painkillers, which you can't take. Keep the eyeball clean with eye drops, which I already have. And use compresses to keep the swelling down, which I'm already doing. They can last 14 days. 14 days.
Ugh. Well, you're already looking a lot better
Gross.
than a few days ago, so.
Oh. I tell you, people. It's not infected, it's just skunked up. Gross. All right. Back to you, my dear.
Melanie was saying I got a button coat for that reason, no zipper to catch the fringe.
You know, it's legit. It's like the tassels, they get stuck places and they drive me bonkers. But when I whip a tassel around and through, I know my shawl's secure and it's not flying off me while I'm walking around somewhere. So I just deal with the slightly get stuck places issues. Sometimes I can't get out of my own shawl. It's a problem.
And Karen was saying she's so proud of me for letting go of projects.
Yes, if you're not enjoying them and you're not going to finish them, let it go. Let's start 2024 off with less nonsense being carried in from previous years.
Okay. I think.
But if you pick something up and you think, sweet Jeebus, why am I not done you yet? Okay, well, that's a project worth keeping.
Project number 7 is the faux art cardigan, which is so close to done it hurts. This is not getting ripped. This is getting finished. It is only not finished because I've had deadlines. Yeah, I have like 3 more rows of single crochet for a collar and then like sew it together.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, okay.
This is showing up on WIP sprints this Saturday because I want it done. I wants it.
Absolutely.
I wants it. It's so big and squishy. I wants it. I think it's going to replace my Caduceus cardigan as the favorite.
Oh, I don't blame you. It's a very cozy cardigan. Phaedra currently uses mine as a sleeping blanket on the bed. It's the only way I've been able to convince her to not try to sleep on me on my side of the bed.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. This big squishy waffle. Big squishy waffle.
Big squishy waffle. Which she tries to make squishier by kneading it.
Oh, yes.
Yes, of course. So right now I'm using it as a have personal space while I sleep trade-off from the Tiny Dictator.
Okay.
I need to finish reupholstering that chair, people. All right. That's out of that brings a little heritage. No, is yours
Regal?
No, mine was heritage. Yours is regal.
Yeah, which I honestly don't know what the difference between them is. They're both worsted weight, 100% wool.
I couldn't tell you.
Anyway, mine's brown heather, and yeah, it's the faux art cardigan by Crochet with Carrie. It's free pattern, and it's getting finished. Ideally sooner rather than later.
I don't know when I'm going to get this done. Okay. Goal is to have this done for fall next year.
Okay.
It's my Midnight Slayer cape.
Nice.
I have so little of it done, it's not even funny. I can't rip this. This is the Jocelyn Pumpkin cape. Because the colorways are either pumpkin or my name. But it's a cape. Guys, I'm knitting a cape.
Oh, I love that.
I'm not ripping this. I'm not ripping this. This brings me joy. I'm not ripping this. Oh, I need to work on it this summer. I need to work on it this summer. I need to work on a cape while drinking coffee at a coffee shop outside in preparation for fall.
Yes.
Oh,
I feel
my
like
God.
that's a
Okay,
very
no, I'm not
cottagecore
ripping.
thing to like. You do full cottagecore, go get a coffee, and sit outside and work on a cape
Yeah,
for fall
yeah,
for
yeah,
your
yeah.
cottagecore
For
dreams.
fall. For my cottagecore dream. Hey, I secured all that pumpkin fabric for a Victorian paneled walking skirt in
I'm
Art
also very
Nouveau
excited to see
pumpkin
that.
print. We're not. Jocelyn is going back to teen Jocelyn, where teen Jocelyn did not care what people thought about her clothing. She wore what she liked, and I wore sateen white bell-bottom pants with Chinese dragon prints, all of them. I'm slowly converting back to that Jocelyn, who's like, you know what? No, I like this, and it fits me properly, so everybody else can go away. I'm just going to enjoy my
I'm
clothes.
I am also doing that, but I now have the power of the internet and targeted ads on social media, so I'm finding out about all this cool stuff that I want. I'm like, I
Yeah.
didn't know that was a thing that existed for me to want, and I really want it now.
My brain keeps visualizing the picture of me and all of my pumpkin Chesterfield glory, and you living your best kombucha farmer life and just getting photos done.
I have two very different aesthetics. One is the like urban
What?
alchemist kombucha life, and the other
Yep.
is like vampire. I have two aesthetics.
Yeah, yeah. Makes you happy. That's the important part.
You know, like
Oh
Victorian
goodness. All
goth.
right. That was my. Yeah, I'm kind of cottagecore, dark academia. Um, you are up, my dear.
Sorry, I'm catching up on chat.
Absolutely. I assume that's what you were doing. That you were reading quietly.
Liz has frogged a sock that wasn't working out. Good for you.
Ooh, good for you.
Melanie is current WIP I'm working on right now is a case of deja vu. The simple slouchy sweater. This is the 7th time I've knit this pattern. Second cardigan for me. The rest were gifts. I've
That's
never
a
knit anything 7
lot.
times, except for vanilla socks.
Like, if we don't count my designs, and I'm not going to count my designs because I end up knitting those at least 2 or 3 times. I think I've only ever knit 2 patterns twice.
I know there's so much cool stuff to knit, but like knitting the same thing. There's also a certain like comfort and joy in knitting something again but seeing it come out different. There's a certain joy to that.
Yeah, I can see that. It has to be a pattern I really like. Is there patterns I'd like to go back to and reknit? Yes. I just haven't made it there yet. You know? All right.
Also was agreeing that you need your cape to go with the skirt.
I need my cape to go with my skirt. Can't rip that. Can't rip that.
Melly says I live in the one I have now. Nice. The sweater. Simple slouchy sweater. Okay.
Pattern.
Okay. And I don't remember what we were talking about, but Elisa was asking, how did it stay clean? I don't remember what we were talking about. I don't know.
Very good question.
The conversation changes so fast, I don't remember.
I need a recap.
Susanna says, I have the Karen Shells and Clusters crochet shawl. We've done the Karen Shells and Shells and Clusters crochet shawl at least 7 times. Yeah, I can't say that sometimes fast, apparently. I can't even say it once fast. Ugh.
Once, I was like, once is giving you grief.
Karen's done like 18 Izzy dolls, if you count the nativity ones I put in Susanna's advent. That's pretty much the only time I did a pattern more than once. I want to try an Izzy doll. They look really fun. That seems like another contender for like how much can I do in X hours kind of video.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? All right, I've ripped the gold color. I need to find a dark gray as we chat.
Oh,
It's time to switch colors on this scarf.
here we go. This one doesn't
Are
even
you
have a
up?
project.
You're up,
It
right?
is, yeah. All right, project number 8. Isn't even like technically on the needles right now. It's the librarian sweater for that little long that we're supposed to be doing.
Oh, jeez, you don't even have it on the needles?
No, because I still need to do another swatch. Because the yarn I'm using is thinner than the pattern calls for, so I need to swatch to get a fabric I like, and then just figure out what size to use to get the numbers that'll work with the smaller yarn, because, yeah. Because if I make a bigger size in the pattern, it'll come out smaller because the yarn and needles are smaller. So I need to knit at least one more swatch. I think with these needles that I have here, I assume with these needles that I have here, 5mm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's still not even very good. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 was absolutely not it. 5 was not it. And you know what? These are 5mm, and they're also not it. I'm so glad I tied knots in these, because now I know what needle sizes I used. So great.
Geez.
So great.
Guys,
but the result of that is that neither of these swatches is right, and I need to go down at least one more needle size and do another swatch. But it means I can claim these needles back.
You need a 4.5.
And yeah, I do. And I can put this to the side. But yeah, that's the librarian cardigan by... No, not cardigan, pullover. I'm doing the pullover by Skein.
Yep.
And I need a slightly denser fabric so that the twisted stitch lattice pattern actually shows up properly.
I have to be honest with myself as to what blocking method I do with my garments. And I don't technically... Okay. So I block...
Just gonna hold this up because it's pretty.
Heavy air quotes around that, folks. Heavy air quotes around block. I wash and kind of lay flat is what I do.
Same.
There's no real stretching. I think this is purple. This must be a bag of purple.
But this is still like...
I have bags of scraps, folks.
You can see through this fabric with the slightest bit of stretch. Like the amount of stretch that'll be the garment pulling on itself, you can already see through it.
Yeah, that's not going to work. Go down to a 4.
No. Yeah. So,
now, I mean,
more swatching required.
I had gauge on 5mm, but I didn't like the density. Like it was just a touch too stiff.
That's
and then
fair.
I went up to a 6, and mine's a non-super wash. So I'm like, no, I'm okay, because let's be honest, I'm not going to see the pattern anyway. I'm feeling the pattern. Mm-hmm. So I leaned farther into the... No, I had one stitch too many at 5mm, and I went up to a 6mm and got gauge with my wash it, lay it down flat, and tack it into a square shape without any stretch, which is exactly how I block sweaters. So
yeah, well, I was like, I lay them out in the shape I want them to be, and that's how it is. So yeah, I just laid these out on my bathroom counter to dry in a roughly square shape, and yeah. Somebody was saying... Oh, also was being very smart and saying I should do some of the cabling on the swatch to make sure it pops. That's very smart.
Good idea. That is a good idea.
I said the pattern. This is cinnamon apricot spice from Dragon Horde. Yes, Dragon Horde yarn. It's a cinnamon apricot spice on a DK tweed. The Skein pattern is actually meant for worsted weight. And I went, too bad, I want to use this yarn. So that's why I have to do a little bit of rejiggering and knit a larger pattern size to get a size that works with this yarn. It's fine. It's only like one size of yarn difference, so I'm sure if I do like one of the biggest couple of sizes, that I'm sure there is a size in the pattern that will work.
Oh, yeah. Hands down.
It's only one size. I would not try to do it in fingering weight. That would be too much math, but one weight of yarn difference, I'm sure I can figure it out.
Oh my god, why am I not working on this? Okay. Okay. Someone explain to me why I put this down.
I don't know. What is
I
it?
don't know why I put this down. It's my Nordic Night sweater.
Why did you put that down? Everybody was excited
Why did
about
I put
that.
this
I'm
down?
vicariously excited about that.
Why did I put this down?
I don't know.
What is
Why'd you
wrong
put it
with
down?
me? I don't know. I'm gonna have to sit and stare at a chart though and figure out what row I'm on. Won't be hard. It lives in my Jack bag. Jack. This is some Erin yarn. This is some Erin Noir, Pinot Noir, and my color work is in her Songbird Club colorway, one of her Songbird colorways for the color work. Why did I put this down? I don't even remember who Nordic Nights is designed by, but I remember the name of the pattern. Oh my god, I need to pick this up.
Yeah, do it. Why aren't you working on it right now, this very second?
It's
I have
color work
demands.
chart fingering weight yarn, and my eyeball is gunky.
Well,
Ma'am.
excuses.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
Tons of
perfectly
excuses. I
valid
haven't tried to-
excuses.
Like, I'm sorry. I gave more thought to my excuses than you give to yours. I don't want to hear it. I'm not ripping this. This is no.
Well, no.
Nope.
No, we're all too excited about that. Don't rip that.
This is no. This has gotta happen. That's gonna happen still. Like, why did I even stop? Okay, that puts me at what, 6 or 7?
That was number 8.
That's number 8. I'm still
Yeah,
in
well, because we
single
both
digit, guys.
started with 2 on the counter, so it's higher than we think it should be.
Yeah, and that's fair. You're up. What am I looking for? Gray yarn.
Asa's asking, is it by Jennifer Steingis?
Maybe?
Hang on, this is too small.
Possibly?
There we go. I made
Possibly?
the font larger. Now I can read it.
What? Why don't you
Jennifer
make things easy for yourself?
Steingis.
Is this one of those handy ones where Erin wrote the name of the color on a piece of paper for me? She did. This one says brown. Not the color I'm looking for. Guys, you
Karen
don't
says
understand how kind Erin is. She sat down with me in all of my acrylic scraps, and she helped me go through and sort them by color, because I can't tell the difference between brown and purple and black or dark blue. Not navy, just dark blue when they're beside each other. That's friendship. That's friendship, guys. Looking for my gray scrap.
Karen was saying you can totally do an Izzy doll in an evening. It seems like it. For the librarian cardigan, Asa says, I'm up to under the arms on the body and almost halfway up sleeve 1. Asa's beating us at our own race.
Yeah, I noticed how we didn't offer to race with Asa and she's still kicking our butts.
Yeah. I think Skein Deer used Aran weight. Is Aran weight different than worsted weight? Because I thought they were the same.
Yes. They're not the same.
They're not the same.
They are not the same.
Is Aran thinner or thicker than worsted?
Is a slightly thick worsted.
Huh.
This says black. This is also not gray.
And Karen says you have so many gorgeous red projects this year, Jocelyn.
So much red.
Ah, Aaron's thicker. Okay. I've learned a thing today. I thought they were the same.
No, it goes cobweb, lace, light fingering, heavy fingering, sport, DK, worsted, Aran, bulky, chunky, or bulky, super bulky, chunky. I get a little vague.
I thought chunky was before bulky. Anyway.
Chunky's after bulky.
Doesn't matter. Okay.
No gray in there, guys.
All right, we're finally into things that I have not talked about on the podcast in a very long time.
Oh my god, I'm hoping for some serious rippage.
Not this one. I'm sorry to disappoint you. We haven't got into the bin yet. The bin is where the rip candidates are right now that I can think of.
Okay, this is a bag of purple. It's a whole bag. What am I looking at?
In my Triceratops bag from Ginger Snap. Remember the pink Triceratops and the gray purse bag thing?
You squealed from behind me and then ran in front of me while I was walking.
I know. It
Which is
was
like
dinosaur. My inner
day
child
one. First
loves
thing I tell people is don't walk right in front of me if I'm walking. I cannot see you. It's a really bad idea.
my inner child loves the black charcoal gray plus pink combination. And then it was
I,
dinosaurs.
I,
And there was
I
only
stopped in
one,
time.
and I needed it.
I heard squee and had just enough presence of Brian to go pull your cane in, and pulled my cane in and stopped because she cut me right off. And I went,
I
whoa!
did. I'm so sorry. I I realized after I'd done it that I shouldn't have done that, but I was too excited. Okay,
I
what's the right
assumed
way
as
around
much
on this?
from the
Okay, here we
squee
go.
sound.
Okay, this is the back panel on the dad's cabled vest that I think was
Oh my god.
for like it was the spring or the podcast anniversary last year.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember exactly. I got the back panel done.
Oh lord.
And I still need to do the front panel. And it's in this lovely heathered purple. The front panel is the one with all of the cables. I'm not ripping this. I do still really want to work on this. I have not worked on it because there have been other things with deadlines that needed to happen. But now that we're coming into the end of all the deadlines,
How's that English going for you?
it's not well. So you finish the easy part. Yeah. You and your sass, Asa. But I absolutely still want to make this. What is this yarn? This yarn is from Twin Oaks Farm. It is worsted 2-ply. And it's pretty. And it's purple.
Color.
And it's the stitch definition is gonna be great. And I'm gonna have a purple cabled sweater vest. I'm very excited to have a sweater vest.
Also, I found the project bag for your blanket.
Right, I didn't have quite enough yarn to finish this, so I started pulling out a swatch, and then I just left the 3 rows of swatch left that I was knitting directly off the swatch onto the sweater. I just left it.
Oh, ladies.
Yeah.
You have so much class. You have so much class.
Yeah, I do.
How do you?
How do I even? I literally don't know how I even.
You know what? I'm just going to use the light gray that I have. It's not the greatest color contrast. I don't care. I'm tired of looking for my gray scraps. I don't want to look anymore.
You keep migrating to the right, by the way. You are very much not centered in the frame anymore. You gotta migrate to your right. Yeah, migrate to your right. To the.
This is my left.
Yes, the other way. Your other left.
That's right.
Yeah. Is that?
Okay.
That is right. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so backwards. I'm so sorry. Yeah. My left, your right.
I was playing Tiny Tina Wonderland with my family last night, with my brother-in-law, my sister, and my niece. And I kept going, okay, I'm jumping right in front of you so you can see me. I'm like, so you are a light-colored character with a white tag name jumping in the bright open field area. Yeah. What part of that is a contrast I can see? None. None of that is a color contrast I can see. I can see everybody's names because we're in dark spaces and I have no idea where walls are. Or I can see what's going on around me, but I can't see anybody because I can't tell the difference between them and a wall. Video games with me are fun, guys.
You need to scooch a little more right.
Hang on, I gotta reach a thing first.
Yeah. Excuses.
How about I do this? Watch.
Okay, let me put that. Whoa!
How's that?
Better, yeah. You're still a little off center,
tripod.
But
we're gonna have to live with it. I can't tell where I am. What do I have in my Jacob's trading bag?
Nikki says, I just impressed hubby because I got YouTube on my phone to play on our 70-inch flat screen TV. So we're pretty much life size. We are pretty much life size in Nikki's living room right now. That's terrifying.
That's a very large Jocelyn. Okay. I can't.
Ooh, yep, Lisa was asking, would Briggs and Little be good for a shawl? To which I am going to say yes, as long as you don't mind the slightly rough rustic yarn feel on your neck.
So long as you're okay with wool, because it's
Yes.
not a merino.
It's not
Yeah.
soft. It's not like super scratchy, but it's also not like merino soft. So yes, it would be a gorgeous shawl, but just keep in mind if that being next to your neck would bother you. But I'm gonna go with yes.
I'm trying to figure out what it is I'm even working on. Oh, it's the summer adventure shawl.
I was about to make that guess.
That's what it is. I'm like, what color am I looking at? This looks like a reddy purple color.
It does indeed.
I'm like, I know this pattern repeat. Technically one of my own designs, but I keep giving these away. So this is I'm trying to make one for myself is what I'm doing, people. This is out of DK from Erin of Fireweed Fiber Co. This is her color 32 to celebrate her 32nd birthday, which was just this past year. And I got an extra skein because 2 skeins isn't Jocelyn big. So I have an additional skein. I can now put this on the right size needle because this is the wrong size needle. I need a 6mm for DK or 5mm. Oddly enough, I can do it to my own pattern, so I can just go check my own pattern. I need to get this finished. I had to put it down because I ran out of yarn. But I have yarn, so now I can finish this. And I still don't want to part with it, so that's a good sign. It means I might actually keep this one. I've only made like 4 or 5 of them so far. I haven't kept a single one yet. So the goal is to keep this one.
Good luck with that goal.
Thank you. I might need it.
He says, no, it's great that we're life size. I can see the knitting better and your wonderful faces. Oh, thanks.
Oh boy, it's so large. Okay. That's my 9th project?
Yep. We're about to head into double digits.
I'm still doing way better than I thought I was going to be at this point. So.
What am I going to pull up?
I forgot a project over there.
Oh, here we go.
But it's okay, guys. I'm not wired in.
Okay. I think I only have one project in this bag.
Let
me check. Yes, I've got some doodads and notions and such forths and...
Such forths?
Such forths, and I've got that tatting cotton that I tried to use that one day and then broke my tatting shuttle because it was like $1.50. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually don't know where it is now, so I need a new tatting shuttle.
Yeah.
Because I broke it trying to get the yarn on. I've got some ball cozies in here. Look at that. Okay, but that's not a project. The project that I have in here is not on needles. It's a Stephen West shawl. And every time I talk about it, I don't remember what the shawl was. I want to say it's the shawlography. Was it shawlography, or it's the one that has the it has the loops and the chevrons?
Shawlography.
I'm pretty sure that one's, I don't know. Anyway, I finished Clue Run. And I do still really want to do it, I think. I don't know. I'm not...
See, you
I don't feel dread, but I also don't feel a deep desire to work on it right now, but it doesn't fill me with a sense of, ugh, you know?
How many... Okay, set it into the maybe pile, because I think you're going to have to take a hard look at how many Stephen West shawls you have on the go.
I know.
And choose to let at least one
Twists
of them
and Turns. It's Twists and Turns. Shawlography is the other one that I probably also have in here somewhere. But, like, I love this sparkly yarn. I got Erin's, like, the end of Erin's sparkly base. So it's sparkly, and, like, I think I stopped working on it, because the rows are long, and that's not where I was at the time. I didn't want long rows. But I do love the sparkly yarn, and I think I also realized that I'm not sure that it's a thing that I would wear necessarily, but I'm also have recently become more open to the idea of, hey, I don't have to hang on to my knits forever. I can, like, give them as gifts or whatever. So I want to make it, but not for me, I think. Yeah.
Maybe for Brother Charlie?
I don't know. I don't think they're a sparkly purple kind of person. I was wondering if maybe niece might want it.
Ooh, possible.
because like
Possible.
this is going to be massive on a 9-year-old. She can like
Let's be
fully
honest.
mummy wrap herself in it.
That's been sitting for over a year.
It has.
It's not being done anytime soon.
No. So I'm gonna have a think of this one is not an immediate rip, because I think I still want to make it, but I think the holdup was that I don't want to wear it necessarily. But if I'm making it to give to somebody, maybe I'm making it for somebody else and I just don't know yet. Maybe it's somebody's present.
I think you love the look of Stephen West shawls, but you don't like the volume of work required to make the art that is a Stephen West shawl.
I know. It's
And
also,
I think
the last few years have been like kind of crap, and I'm not like been in a place to like knit complex shawls. So I think I've also been like trying to like convince myself that yeah, you're fine, you can totally knit on a complex shawl, and I was not all right and able to knit on a complex shawl. But you know,
you may never be back in a place where you're going to work on that sort of level of
I don't.
complexity.
I look at it
That's not a
occasionally.
bad
I'm
thing.
like, that looks kind of fun. I kind of want to work on that.
Okay.
So I don't want to rip it. I don't want to
You need a
immediately
maybe
stick it
pile.
back on the needles, but I'm not
You
going
need
to
a
rip
maybe
it.
pile. You need a maybe pile. That's
yeah.
out where you can see it.
Yes, it's going to. Oh, it's living in my like rainbow ladybug bag from, I believe this is So Shannon. Yes. This is a gorgeous bag. It's like it's huge and divided, and it's got zippers down the middle. So mostly I want this bag back.
So Shannon, it makes such cute bags.
She makes amazing bags. I love this bag so much. Amazing. So that's a solid maybe.
It's the same because you also have shawlography and you have the Mohairino medley, and you're like at the same point at all three of them.
I know.
It's the same reasoning to put it down every time.
No, I'm farther in the shawlography.
I don't. Shawls.
I think I got to clue 3 on shawlography because I did pick it up again at some point.
Yeah, you may have more of the shawlography. You definitely don't have much more in the Mohairino medley. It's always, I'm not in a place for complex shawls. I like it, but I'm not sure I'd wear it. I kind of think I want to work on this, but I don't want to rip it. So it's like it's the same reasoning year after year.
Yeah.
So I think you like just stare at it and give it a hard think.
That one's the newest one, so I think it gets at least 1 more year's grace.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. It's the same reason like I had to stop doing the Stephen West MCALs, because I know how much work it is. I want to commit the time properly to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I have a snowflake pattern. I'm waiting for the right yarn to show up, and then that shawl will be made.
Also says I have 3 Stephen West shawls, and I need to choose one and rip the rest. We'll see.
Oss is being harsh.
Liz says with that long explanation, rip it. Oh, okay. Everybody's very ruthless.
At least one Stephen West has got to be reclaimed this year. At least one. You've got 3. At least one.
I'm actually leaning towards the Mohairino medley because it's not even in my house right now. I can see it. Well, it's cut off on the stream, but I can see it in the edge of your frame, and I'm like, I don't even want to work on that. I think it might be the Mohairino medley. I think that might be a rip.
We'll claim it back. We'll do that. So long as you're getting rid of one.
Because I do really like those colors.
That you never work on.
I love the kit that I bought for that one, but I don't. That one, it doesn't have a lot of good flow. Yeah.
It doesn't.
It's a
colors, and you love them.
It's a sweater or something. I want to make
Jocelyn
more.
Says it's an endless summer adventure cardigan. Jocelyn pattern.
Oh, it could be. Definitely could be.
Because I can give you the transition pattern I'm using to transition in my sparkle yarn from emerald to black, and you can just do that between each of your colors.
I was also watching this. I was watching a tutorial last night for this mesh summer shirt. I don't know, sweater, like a cropped sweater kind of deal, but it's mesh, so it's a summer shirt, but it's a sweater shape is what I'm getting at. But it was just like it's all these big like double and triple and quadruple crochet mesh squares, and some of it's in like mohair, and it hadn't occurred to me to like combine the different textures with the different stitches, and I'm like, seems pretty cool.
Yeah,
so like could do something like that.
That might work. Yeah. Yeah,
and
I
just
think
like do what I
Moherino,
want?
it's got to go. I think Moherino's
I
got to
think
go.
Moherino has to go.
Has to go. All right. In the realm of, oh my god, can I just get this finished? What in the world? Guys, I finished the front panels and started the back panel of my second Mallow cardigan because I love my first one so much. I'm
Have fun
wearing
ripping
through
out
it. That is
mohair,
how
says
often I
Karen.
wear it.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's fine.
We'll see. I think it's held double with stuff, so it might actually rip.
I'm doing the back panel. I've already done the front panels.
Oh,
for
sorry,
my
which one
second
was this?
Mallow cardigan.
Oh, the
Mallow.
Oh, that's so
My
pretty.
Mallow. I wanted to make a short sleeve, very, very loose drapey version, so I went up a needle size. So like the drape on this is intense. It's intense. And this is out of some Sport Barocco yarn in just like a nice washed white. Yeah. Yeah.
So pretty.
I know why I stopped.
I have yarn
needed
for that.
help because I messed up my chart flow. So I needed help tinking like 12 stitches. And even though it's a nicer, thicker yarn for me to work with, I still can't tink a white lace section. Because I can't quite see the stitches well enough to do that in the right direction. So again, kind Erin, poor Erin, gets suckered into helping me with so much stuff. Helped tink the one row I needed to get tinked because I was doing the wrong row. So that I wouldn't drop any stitches because I've already had to start this panel. This is the second time I've had to start this back panel. So I need to sit down and get this lace panel done. What I'm thinking is because we moved the February sweater challenge to the first 2 weeks of February, I might make this my challenge in the second 2 week of February is to finish this.
Ah, okay.
To get this done is what I'm thinking. Because then I have it for spring next year. And because I want elbow sleeves, I don't want a long sleeve version. I want an elbow sleeve version of this. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to make this the second half of February sweater month. Then it's done and it's off the needles. I've got so much yarn. The sleeves are done in the round, so it's totally fine. But like, I got the boring part done.
Wow, that's like
it's a
back. That's basically done
panel.
at this point.
It's the back panel. Sew the panels together. Do your sleeves, and the neckband is a garter bump neckband. It's a non-button button band, but it's just garter. So it's pick up the stitches and literally knit a couple of rows and bind off.
Nice.
Once I get to the sleeves, I'm literally on autopilot. So I just need to get the back lace panel done. So I'm not gonna rip that. That seems kind of silly.
No, that would be very silly.
Also, how great is that gonna look with my brown and cream paisley print colored summer dress with elbow length sleeves? It's a whole outfit in my brain. It's a whole outfit in my brain.
Nice.
My brain says yes. My brain also says yes to mushroom hats and Miss Frizzle themed mushroom dresses. So
I kind of want to make not mushroom hats, but like a witch hat. Because I've seen some really cute crochet witch hats, and I'm like, I kind of want it.
I want that epic. Did we release that bonus thing that crochet? It's not what you think it is.
Not yet, because the gift knits only came out like a couple weeks ago, so that's coming in January.
There's some bonus content where I talk about a crocheted mushroom hat that I'm desperate to find the right yarn for. And once it's made, I'm taking the hat to the fabric stores. I don't care if I have to go visit my parents to find the right fabric, till I find the right mushroom print cotton to make a dress with. I want a mushroom hat and a mushroom print dress, hobbit dress, like hardcore cottagecore dress with like a apron over top and the white, like the whole thing.
That sounds great.
Whole thing. I want to go over the top with this one. And then make the mysterious Mr. B go out in public with me because it'll cause him issues.
Well, yeah, you need somebody. You need somebody to take pictures of you cavorting down by the river or something.
He will be the one cavorting down by the river in my hat, because nobody's going to let me that close to the riverbank. But
Eh,
You've been walking
just
with him and his brother. You know what they are like in public.
that's true. Okay. I miss saying hello to Sharla and Maritza, who have joined us in chat.
Oh, hello. Sorry, we missed saying hi. But there you go. That's number 10 for me?
That is indeed number 10.
Oh my god, I'm even keeping track in my brain. That's going to end real quick, guys. All right. It's
Everybody's
Diana's turn
very mean
again,
about my
and
sparkly shawl. Everybody thinks I should rip the sparkly shawl, except for Jen, who says I should keep and finish all the Stephen West shawls. You will love them. Just pick away at them one section at a time. Mohair
no, we can't trust Jen. We can't trust Jen. She knit the whole Stephen West shawl one year and then gave it to Aaron.
That's true.
Highly suspect.
Well, Jen knits
advice
like the
coming here.
wind, so and I don't. Okay. No, we've determined I'll rip the mohair, and the other two will be in a solid maybe. They get to marinate for a while. Because shawlography
We'll
is only...
revisit.
Yeah.
We'll revisit in July.
Okay. What is that?
It's a big skein of yarn I'm looking for the end on. This is what it is. There we go.
All right.
It's the giant ball of gray pound of love I'm working from to make this garter scrappy blank scarf out of.
Is it time to dive into the bin, or is it time for spinning projects?
I want to do spinning projects at the end.
Okay. We're diving into the bin.
Yeah.
We
Okay,
have a
into the
space
bin we
bag.
go.
I actually don't know what's in the space bag, but it crinkles.
But it crinkles.
Oh, that's why it crinkles, because I put all... It's the, my Halloween cowl.
Ooh.
I stopped working on this because Halloween happened and then there wasn't really a point, and then the deadlines were coming.
Yes.
I still want to finish this. Yeah, I actually think I got like halfway through. So I'm pretty sure this is just about halfway done, and this is great. And if I can stretch out my needle cord a little bit, get this over my head.
This is the Haunted House MCal
yeah,
one,
this
right?
was the Haunted House MCal by Telly Bean Knits. It's obviously not an MCal anymore. Oh no, I can't see it. My glasses are tangled in the yarn. I just threw a headphone on the floor.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done. Well done.
Like, okay. Don't pull it off the yarn. There we go. Or don't pull the yarn off the thing.
See, I did like 3 days worth and then I ripped it. And you know why? I don't like my colors. I want different colors. So I put it on my Find Yarn for list this year.
I don't love my yellow and black combination because my yellow has speckles of black in it and it kind of muddies the bats. But honestly, from back here, the bats actually look fine.
Okay. See, it wasn't vibing enough Halloween for me. So I ripped and I put it into I want to find yarn for this year with my fall festive sweater, which is a Halloween colorwork sweater, and the other Halloween cowl by her that I want to make. So I'm a hardcore hunting Halloween colors this year.
No, I still like this. I especially love the spider stitch at the top, which you totally can't see from way back here, but I love the spider stitch. I'll hold that up in a second.
I have no regrets about doing the spider stitch again because I love the spider stitch. Okay, yeah, grab your headphone. But I want colors that suit better, so I ripped mine. But it's because I don't like the colors I'm using. So there's nothing wrong with the pattern. I do want to make it. I just need the right yarn. You know, guys? You know what I'm talking about? I need the right vibe.
Yeah.
The right vibe of yarn. Yeah.
So... Oh, Karen likes the colors. Excellent.
I think your colors turned out great.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about the yellow and black, but it looks fine from a distance, like I was hoping it would. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's fine. I'm going to carry on with this. Probably not for a little bit. The goal is to have it done for Halloween this year. like the beginning of October.
Cool.
So,
Cool.
I'm gonna put it aside for now, but because it's not the season, it's
Maybe
not the
you know what I
vibe of
should
the
do?
season,
I
or maybe
should
it is given the
swatch.
weather.
Maybe I should swatch with the leftover sport weight Barocco in the white and dark gray I have, and see if it would look good as a 2-color thing.
Oh, I bet it would,
Maybe I should do
because there's
that.
different textures and stitches for each thing, so you really only need the 2 colors if you're
Yeah.
doing color work.
And there's only the one section, or I think it's like 1 or 2 sections with a bit of color work in it.
Yeah, I think there's a ghost section at some point.
Yeah. So maybe I should do that and see how I like the look of that in the sport. Because then, I mean, then I'm just making a smaller size, right? Because fewer
Yeah.
stitches to get the inch requirements. So maybe
This
I'll
is
do
also a
that.
scrappy
Ooh, maybe I'll
project.
do
This is
that.
all leftover yarn from other projects.
Well, that's what I was thinking, because it would be the 8-bit scrap yarn from the 8-bit I was making that I reclaimed. And that would be beautiful Halloween-y, contrasty colors. So that might fit the vibe really well that I want. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to swatch.
Karen was asking, who is the lady that makes all the beautiful crochet cardigans you're always making? I think probably
Crochet with Carrie.
Yeah, crochetwithcarrie.com. Yeah. The search functionality on her website is not the best, but the patterns are all great and free, so.
And no matter how much you don't like the search functionality, just remember that you're not using an accessible thing for your website, so at least you get the photos.
It's true.
Because when you turn on the accessibility features, Diana can assure you she's seen my screen, you lose the photos.
They go away. I don't know where. They just disappear into the ether.
But that's also the same, like, for a lot of yarn websites, when they pull up and you get those color work grids where you can click on the different squares to go to the different colors, I just get the names. The pictures for this for the yarn don't show up.
Ugh. Yeah, yarn shopping is difficult on your computer.
It's very difficult on my computer because my computer is set up for accessibility. So websites do not work with it at all. I get quite grumpy.
Elisa was saying, I want to knit a long, tight cowl like the Halloween one. Definitely. She's got quite a few things in the cowl shawl style, the shawl cowl style.
Yeah. I love the style. I
do love that style. She did like another one for Christmas. She did like an Advent one. She's got at least half a dozen in that style. So definitely go check out Tellybean Knits. Tellybean, all one word.
I loved how she wrote her pattern out. I loved the construction of it. It was just the colors I wasn't happy with. So that's why I ripped mine. But I'm liking this idea of swatching at a sport weight in the white and dark gray and seeing if I like that.
And it's raining again.
We are sunny. The fog is supposed to go away because we've had like your level zombie apocalyptic fog on and off the last couple of days. It's been weird.
That's really weird for Manitoba.
It was described as pea soup a lot of times, which is not normal for us because that's like landlocked. We're landlocked people.
Like fog in Manitoba normally goes away by like completely by 10 a.m. at the latest.
It's been a problem. This fog was supposed to burn off around noon, and they were supposed to be a high of -3 today. Like I told you, it's late March weather here. It's like late spring weather. Like our lows are only -7 through -11 overnight.
We're not even doing that. Like we're not even freezing overnight. We've got a high of 7 right now. 7 degrees right now. And rain. All this rain means my sump pump keeps going. And that thing must be is probably as old as this house. And I decided today that it sounds like the house is doing, like the like old person like hacking cough, and then after it like the kind of like that sound. It sounds like the part after the cough. I don't know what to call that, but so the like it sounds like that.
Is geriatric? Your sump pump
yes,
is geriatric?
I think so. It sounds like my house is just like has this like a phlegm problem.
Oh, no, my house is gonna go for pneumonia.
That's what it sounds like. And then it like when it does finally get cold enough, it creaks and cracks. Like the front windows make alarming cracking noises. Like I would not be overly shocked if the windows just actually break one day because the creaking and cracking is so intense.
Your house is old, buddy.
Yeah, it
Your
is.
house is old. Your
Yeah,
house
it
old.
is. I'm glad I don't actually own it because the amount of
Work.
financial love it's gonna need.
Gonna need some serious love.
Yeah.
Is it me again? It must be me again.
We are you again for your project number 11.
Gosh, we're into double digits now.
Lisa's got no snow in Connecticut, 55 Fahrenheit.
Isn't that weird, right? Like, it's weird.
I don't know. I don't know what Connecticut weather normally is. 55 is fairly warm for this time of year, is it not? Because 32 is freezing, and room temperature is like 70-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little weird. It's a little weird.
Emma says,
one of those
Emma
ones
Jane.
where,
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
one of those ones where everyone was saying yes. All the scientists are saying yes. This year is an El Nino, and it's your practice year because climate. What are they calling it now? A climate crisis. We're taking away change because people aren't taking it seriously. It's a climate crisis now. This is just what the new normal is going to be once El Nino's done. I'm like, oh, cool. That's great. Not. What do I got going on here?
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't happy about the lack of shoveling, but I'm more just kind of deeply concerned that whatever generation after Alpha is just not going to know what snow is.
Alpha's not going to know what snow is, let's be honest.
Fair.
Ooh, I should rip this.
What is it? What are we ripping? Oh, I got to update your project count.
I should rip this. Well, don't update. If I'm going to rip, it doesn't count.
Oh, I've been counting my rips.
Oh, have you? Okay.
We can do a minus at the end. We can count up our pile, our rip pile, and subtract at the end.
This is my first rip. I don't want to work on these. These
what
are remember the ribbed set that I was working on? I had the fingerless mitten. I had the cowl done, but I wanted to get the mittens done.
I do not
I'm not
remember.
Gonna work on these.
Oh, I vaguely remember now.
Work on these. I'm not going to work on these.
Yeah.
I don't want to work on this.
Then.
I'm ripping. This is going away. I want the project bag back. If you are counting and then we're reclaiming at the end, count away. I will create a pile because this is my first rip. This is the first project where I've been like, no, I don't want
I feel like it'll be very sasatisfying at the end to be like, okay, so we had this many to start with, but we're ripping this many. So the final count
You're not wrong. I've reclaimed the DPNs, guys. We're not going back.
It'll be very satisfying at the end to see the number go down.
Going in my tiny, tiny, tiny book cup. Tiny, tiny book mug.
That's a lot of needles in a tiny cup.
A lot of needles in a tiny cup, including 2P hooking hooks, because if these are on the floor or on a surface Phaedra can get at.
Oh, they become toys?
I miss the book club subscription boxes I used to get, and I stopped getting them because I can't read physical print books. I want digital ones where I get all the goodies and then like a QR code, right? Where's that option?
I don't know, but that
for,
sounds like
audiobook. Wouldn't you do, like, I would totally pay for an audiobook subscription box where I get the box with the goodies and a download code for the book.
Well, that sounds like a great business idea, actually.
Isn't that amazing? Like, come on, entrepreneurs, get on it. I want to spend money.
I wonder how hard that is to set up.
I have no idea. It's a lot of work, but if you want to do it, I'm game. Because I want one for myself.
I'm absolutely certain Shopify has a blog post about setting up subscription boxes. And I might go read that. Because yeah. See how hard that is to set up.
Let's do that. And let's do that. And let's drive America nuts. Let's go Canada and UK first. And then America can get it later. The number of times where I wanted to do a thing, but I can't because I'm Canadian and they only ship in America drives me bonkers.
Let's go Canada and US because they're on the same continent and shipping to the UK might get real expensive. And also with the EU doing its thing, that might be complicated too.
Shipping to the UK is crazy. I am aware. Yeah, it's easier for us to go us and then America and then elsewhere. That's just
Lisa says,
logistics.
meanie.
Meanie. The number of times I have wanted to do or try a thing or order from things, but I can't because they don't ship outside of America is intense. It is intense and it drives me nuts because I'm just over the frickin' border. 90% of Canada lives within 3 hours of the American border. We're not that far.
No, but then you got to deal with imports and taxes, and shipping for some reason gets a hell of a lot more expensive.
Just.
I understand why it is, but yes, it is extremely annoying.
It is annoying. But yeah, no, you know what? Honestly, let's read about it. Because if that is a thing that we can start, let's start that. Because that would just, because then you get like the mugs and the teas and the candles and the cool little like book adjacent stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then and it comes with a code. And then you go onto Audible or the website platform for the publishing house and you download your copy of the audiobook. Or ebook.
Yeah.
Could be an ebook. That's how I buy small print publishers. When I'm at conventions, there's always like a small group of local authors that publish their own books, like their self-published books and stuff. I will buy complete collections of all of their published works if they have download codes for them for digital copies. And I've spent $70-$80, and what I have to show for it is a piece of fancy cardboard with my personal download code, and then I come home and I put it on my e-reader, and the books are there because I can't do physical print books anymore, and not everybody wants to do physical print books anymore. I can't. I do audio primarily, and ebook only if audio is not available.
Yeah.
Because my God, can I make the font big on those things?
I like this plan. I do like. This is a plan worth exploring, I think.
Okay. We will explore the plan. Are you up? Yes.
I am up. Yeah, we were talking, yeah. Okay, what is this? Oh, okay, this is a rip. This is a rip that I decided ages ago and just never got around to ripping.
I did a fair due warning that it was going to be a long one today.
Yeah, we're an hour and 40 already. Okay.
Oh yeah, we're not done.
This is my very teensy little bit of the Garter Marlar cardigan pullover.
Did you rip that?
I 100% planned on ripping it, and then I just didn't get around to ripping it. Okay. So I'm going to pull the needles out in a second. I love the pattern. I still want to make the pattern, but I realized that I wasn't going to wear a pink and purple one. Like, I'm not a pink and purple sweater person. I need more neutral colors. The colors of yarn that I go, ooh, pretty, and buy them are not the colors that I wear. So there's a bit of a disconnect between my stash and what I'll actually wear.
Okay.
So
you need neutrals to make your statements.
Yeah, I need just I can do statement color work or something with high contrast colors, but like the colors themselves don't need to be like lilac and sparkly, you know?
I do, yes. I have some statement pieces that are very loud and very bright. But if you've noticed, I'm going more towards primary bright colors because those are the ones I can see. So more red, more cream whites, because I'm losing a lot of the distinction between the softer color variations. So my contrasts are just getting stronger and stronger because that's what's left in the color palette that I can actually see at a distance without a camera or anything. So I love dark, moody colors. I'm not going to stop making things in dark, moody colors. It's just going to continue to get harder for me.
I'm reclaiming that stitch marker.
Reclaim it.
I'm reclaiming it.
Reclaim it.
And we're just coming off the needles. It's already partially off the needles. It doesn't even want to be on the needles anymore. It's okay. We're taking the needles back. So yeah, it's a good pattern, and I want to make it, but not in these colors.
Not those colors.
And I don't know anybody who would wear this size of sweater that would want it in these colors.
Also fair. Also fair.
Because, like, again, niece crossed my mind, but she's, 9, not an adult. She's not going to be wearing adult-sized anything, even super baggy, for another few years.
Yeah. And her color palette could be wildly different at that point.
Yeah. So, like, I know she'd like these colors now, or like the shawlography color, not the shawlography, the twist and turns colors. I know she'd like them now, but by the time I finish them, I don't know.
Who knows, right?
Who knows? Could do purple and gray. I mean, it is like kind of purple and gray, but like, I don't even, for all that I like purple, I don't wear that much purple. Not this like pinky purple. It's like a it's a dark purple. Because I have that sweater
that's royal purples on her. But she buys all shades of purple. I've never been able to figure it out.
I like all the purples. I just don't like all the purples on me. Because like a lavender lilac color is so bad with my skin tone, I look ill. Like people ask me if I'm feeling okay. It's that bad.
Not the color for you.
So it has to be a darker purple. Anyway, I've reclaimed the needles. This was also just a whole bunch of scraps and stuff, so I don't know, maybe this becomes that blanket that I want to start. Anyway, needles are out. It's in the bag.
Whole scrap blanket project idea, I think, is gonna very quickly become a reality for both of us.
So there's my second thing in my RIP pile.
Ooh.
And one stitch marker back. I mean, clip that onto my snips so I don't lose it.
And if the peer pressures in the comments have their way, there'll be a couple more Stephen Wests in there. I like the idea of you reclaiming the sparkly yarn for the Stephen West and making yourself some like sparkle crop tops, some sparkle crochet crop tops for the summer.
I don't know. I still don't think I'd wear them though. I really want to knit with the yarn. I want to make stuff with the yarn for sure. But I also don't think I'd really wear it.
Oh, I absolutely cannot wait to finish my sparkle cardigan to wear it.
But I want to make it,
thinks.
Anyway.
Yeah,
is that fingering held double? It is fingering held double. I could do purple and gray. I could do purple and gray together, but I don't know. Mm-hmm. We'll figure it out.
This.
See what I've got.
We're keeping this.
Oh my gosh, excuse me.
What are we keeping? This. Socks! We all know how long socks take me. These are the solstice socks.
Oh, yeah.
These are the color work socks. We're keeping these, guys. We're keeping these. These are cuff down colorwork socks I'm making toe up. So this is the first chart done, which is done in reverse. And to get gauge on colorwork on socks, I had to go to a 4mm. It's not like it's going to take me long. I just need to sit down and open up the next chart and get going.
4mm for socks. Fingering weight.
I've got gauge. My color work is quite tight.
I use like 2 1/4 for socks. Or 2 1/2 or something.
Okay,
2 and
to
something.
Be fair, I used 2 and okay. Here's a wonderful thing I was arguing with my niece about. 2 1/4 for everything but clocks means 2.25. But in time it means 2.15. We were having a debate on what time it was. She said 6:02, and I said no. When you say that, you're referencing time. You're saying 6 to the hour instead of 6:02. She's like, and my mom's like, yeah, that's why. In all of your baking and all of your cooking and all of everything, it's 4 1/4 is like 4:25, 3:25, 3:75. You're always referencing a 25-minute increment of time. But if you're referencing that on clocks, it's 15 minutes. Don't ask. I'm 2 1/4 for regular socks, but I don't. My gauge is so tight, guys. I am getting way past sock gauge. Like it is Kevlar. Diana can confirm my socks are very tight.
It's true.
There is no wiggle in my socks. So if I was to get sock gauge, I would be about 3.5. So 3 1/4, 3.5mm to get gauge for socks. So keep in mind that I am aware that I'm knitting socks tighter than I not necessarily need to. I'm also knitting a larger size sock so that it fits my foot. But to get gauge for this one, and I didn't want a super tight fit because I didn't want the color work to be tight, tight, tight. So the plain part of the sock is knitted 2 1/4, but I had to go up to a 4 millimeter to get the same gauge in color work. Because my color work's so tight. I don't want to rip. I don't want to rip. I do want to work on these. Do I have a deadline for them? No, I've learned better. I cannot give myself deadlines with socks. The moment I do, nothing happens. Maybe I'll work on them while everyone's doing sock madness. And instead of doing like a pair every 72 hours or something crazy, I will just try to get a sock done during sock madness. That's a reasonable goal I could probably set for myself.
You've migrated in your frame again. You need to shuffle right or tilt a camera or something.
I'm on rollers. And my floor's not even. It's 100-something-year-old building. I gotta go this way all the time. So keeping these.
Nice.
Also, first pair of socks. So I'm not doing too bad. I have 3 sweaters on the go, but 1 pair of socks.
Asa says we can do a sock challenge again next year.
Listen, that worked out great for Asa because I only finished 1 pair of socks.
Oh, and hello to Ashton in chat.
How's it going? Oh, my eyeball. Okay.
Karen was saying, don't make me want to start another blanket. I have 0 blankets on my needles right now, and I want to keep it that way for a good while. I'll make no promises.
I wish you the best of luck. I wish you the best of luck. We are professional enablers. You have been warned. Yeah, we're enabling each other into fingering weight blankets very quickly.
All right. Okay, what's on
top? We're not even trying. We're not even trying.
What's unlucky number 13 in this vaguely wheat patterned bag?
13 is just a number. It's neither lucky or not.
I know. What are you? Oh! This is the King's Flame. Remember that?
Guys, she test knits for other people, fine. She test knits for me, she fails at it.
This was from how many years ago?
The King's Flame pattern has been out for a bit.
Yeah, it's several years.
It's a crescent-shaped shawl. Yeah, it's a crescent-shaped shawl. I remember. I designed it.
Yep. I still have this yarn. I don't think I'm going to finish this, realistically.
I think you need to rip it.
I think I do.
I think you need to rip it. Yep.
I think you're right.
Like, as the designer, I can comfortably say the test knit period is done.
Yes, the test knit period is so done.
And I'm not offended in the slightest if you reclaim those needles of that yarn.
That is so 2021, my friend. Oh my gosh, okay.
Oh god.
Well,
I was trying to be kind and not give it a date.
Hey, you know...
Pull the needles.
Do I have anything older than that? Yeah. Okay. All right, it's going. It's going.
You do.
I do have older things? Oh dear.
Needles. Let it go.
Okay, it's going. Here we go.
Yep. Guys.
Oh, wait, we're having commitment issues again. Hang on. Rescue the needles. Karen, while I do this, Karen says, tight gauge is good for socks. They'll last forever.
Oh, yeah. I have not had to do a repair on a pair of socks that I have knit ever. Ever. They fit snug. They fit snug. They are the only socks my winter boots do not claim when I take my feet out of my boots. Any
I know
other
that
pair
feeling.
of hand knit socks that I have.
All right, I got them back. I got back a pair of, what was I even knitting this on? 4 millimeter.
The socks.
I've got a pair of 4 millimeters back.
Good. Should have tons of needles.
I have so many needles. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have like most of my interchangeable set back at this point.
Yeah. And I gave you a bunch of needles that I don't use anymore.
Oh, I heard something rattle. Do you have a stitch marker in you?
Well, they did. It's on the floor now.
Well, it's not in here now. All right, I will rip that out properly later because that's going to take a hot minute. But I still have an unwound skein of this yarn. But like, it's so pretty. Like, it's going to be something. It's gorgeous.
It is.
It's
Rehank
the
that up
Diana
and tuck
color
it back.
from Malabrigo.
Yeah. Rehank that up and tuck it away till you're ready to use it.
Yeah. I got some solid black in here too.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be good for something. All right, you're going in the rip pile.
Yeah.
Also was
All right.
recommending the jelly roll for a scrappy blanket and a stitch in time. It's like mitered squares with frames.
Mm-hmm.
I'm leaning
There was the one posted in the Discord. Jesse posted
recently,
it in the
yeah.
Discord. I liked the look of that.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was called. I'm between that one and jelly roll, I think.
Guys, I'm on my phone. I can't go check.
I know I have
could
so
go
many
check, but
tabs
my
open right now,
computer's
but like, yeah.
behind my phone. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Okay. This, I already know what this is. We're not ripping these either. I don't feel bad about having 2 pairs of socks on the go. This is my other sock. These are my scrappy socks. These are my scrappy striping socks.
Ah,
Yeah. So if we include the secret socks on my needles, I have 3 pairs of socks on the go. That's nothing for me.
no, that seems reasonable.
So they're striped. I'm using 2 minis of red from Aaron of Fireweed Fiber Co. And I've got a ball of autumn in a ball.
Oh, it's cocoa knits for the blanket, I think.
Coconuts? Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can find that
Autumn in a
blanket pattern
ball
while you're talking.
from Ancient Art Yarns. My non-solid color is Ancient Art Yarns. So I've got 2 socks on the go because of course I do. One I've got most of a foot on. The other one I've just started coming up the foot because again I do mine toe up. So I still have loose 2.25 millimeters in the wild, so I'm not even using all of my 2.25 millimeter needles, and I only use them for socks. So I'm fine with them living in socks.
It's the incredible blanket. I'll post a link in chat.
Incredible. Yes, please post a link in chat. So I'm gonna keep these. After my There's Coffee in That Nebula socks, these are gonna be the ones I work on. They just require just a touch of thought because you change colors every 4 rows. So it's a lot of just counting to 4. But I don't want to rip this. So there you go. I'm keeping those. I'm not ripping a lot this year so far. Ooh, okay. We're gonna do better at blankets, guys.
Karen might start a granny stripe blanket at some point. Need to collect some more scraps. I have so many minis. I have 3 options for blankets. There's the jelly roll, there's the incredible blanket that I just posted the link to, but also I might just make little granny squares and sew those together. I'm less inclined to do that one because I don't like sewing things together. And I know this about myself.
Don't. Not unless you're connecting as you go, because you hate sewing.
I know. And I'll just end up with another bag of granny squares. Oh, this is reminding me. That bag of granny squares in my closet, does that count as a WIP, or is that just, it's just there?
I don't know. Because technically the project was for the 365 days worth of granny squares.
Yeah, but like I'm not going to rip them. I'm going to use them for something. I just don't know what that something is. Do they count as a craft supply at this point?
I'd probably count them as a craft supply at this point because you're supposed to turn them into things at the end of the year, but like you didn't even finish the year, so.
No, but I did get to like 60 or something, so I've got enough to make something. I just don't know what that something is.
I couldn't tell you. I finally got rid of the last of mine, and I made all 365.
Yeah, well, you made so many.
I made so many, guys. I made a lot of squares. It happened. No, at this point, craft supply, because you don't know what you're going to make with them. And they're not on the hook. They're active. And they're so deactivated that at this point, they're declassified.
Karen says, that's why I'm thinking granny stripes, so we don't have to do it together. 60 granny squares could be a sweater. Yeah, Emma Jane says cardigan. Karen says sweater. Yeah. Could be.
A throw blanket.
They're different colors, though, is the thing. So we'll have to see.
Throw blanket for the cabin.
Yeah.
No.
We'll see. We'll see what I've
It
got.
won't matter. Yeah. All right, my
I
dear,
guess I have
you're
to
up.
pull another thing out the bin. What's on top? Ah, it's another Stephen West. Oh, this one's still on needles. Nope, that's a lie. This one's on a cord.
God.
It is on a cord
Okay.
that does not have needles.
Okay.
This, I believe, is the shawlography. And I believe this gets more time because this was another one where I got to the end of Clue 1 and went, huh. But then I have since picked it up and I did do another Clue on it. And I'm really liking it. And I don't know if I want to work on it exactly this instant, but I have picked it up again. So I'm confident that I will pick it up again.
Okay, if we see it at the end of 2024, she's going.
I know.
If you've made no progress, this is her last year of grace.
It was this row of I-cord that just absolutely killed me. That row of I-cord took forever. But now I'm into the like smocking part, and the smocking was going much better. I believe I picked this up for a craft off.
I believe so, yes.
And I ground through the I-cord loops row, which took like 3 days all on its own. And then I got as far as the smocking. The smocking was going well, but then it was the end of the month and there was a new craft off, which I think is why I put this down.
Possible.
So I would like to pick it up again, just not right this second. Oh, especially not if I drop stitches off the end. Don't do that. We're keeping the cord in here.
Yeah,
so this is going to be a keep. This is going to be a keep.
Stream video games on Twitch because she's just as dramatic when things go sideways in the video game.
Squeak! Squeaks of distress!
The stress.
Okay, this is a keep. We're keeping this.
Okay.
All right. All right. Karen says you're already so far on that one. There's some fun sections coming up. Nikki also thinks I should finish it, so we've got two finished votes.
So long as you put work on into it this year. But if at the end of 2024, if there is no work on your 2 Stephen Wests, I'm going to say pick one, the other goes.
That's fair. Also says, even at 5 in the morning, I'm dramatic. Yes, I'm very dramatic at 5 in the morning.
5 in the morning, she's very
even
dramatic.
Though I don't have brain cells. Okay, there's another vote for finished. Okay, we're finishing the shawlography. That'll happen this year. Good. Maybe I can put that on the bingo card because everybody really wants a finish, apparently. I know better. I'm not going to put specific WIPs on my bingo card.
This tote bag is older than all of our nieces and nephews. Even your oldest nephew.
Goodness. Sorry, I did not update numbers when I was talking.
In high school. I got this bag in high school, so I know. I know. Or just after high school, so I know it's older than all of our nieces and nephews. And I know what's in it. It's my Star Trek color themed Find Your Fade.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was the one that almost made me start another Find Your Fade. Almost.
It's fair. The Find Your Fade pattern, you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. I have one. I wear it all the damn time. Oops, I shouldn't swear. All the darn time. Gosh darn it.
That is beautiful. I love that.
And I'm going to keep this. And I don't need to justify it to nobody or nothing. I enjoy working on it. I need to be at a point where I'm not designing shawls like crazy, so I want to work on shawls. Is what it is, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So when I go back to hardcore working on garment designs, I suspect this will come out of hibernation, because then my brain will be like, yeah, but you knit all day on garments, so you don't want to do that in the evening. But right now, in the last couple months, it's been shawl designs. So I haven't wanted to work on a shawl in the evening. I've wanted to work on cardigans and other things, right? So we're gonna
something that's not the thing.
Something that's not the exact same type of thing I've been making all day. Which is fair. I'm gonna keep working on that. Because I don't that's the Star Trek Sock Club colorway yarns, and I want it in that shawl, and I want that shawl, but I never gave myself a deadline for that one. That was my putter project. very happy with it. I only remember Blood of My Enemies, which is the first color. I don't remember the names of any of the other colors in there. Doing great, guys. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know what number that was. 13, 12? Where are we at?
14.
14? Oh, God.
14. Yeah.
We're almost at 20. Whew. I've only claimed one project to rip. This is not good.
Liz is suggesting that I do not start a new Stephen West shawl until I finish or Frog 2. That seems very reasonable.
No, we're not letting her start any more Stephen West things till she gets something done.
No. And Elisa says the only Stephen West shawls I want to do are simple. That's smart. Because Stephen West shawls are intense. They're gorgeous.
I love it. Like, I love my exploration station. I love my boneyard.
Yeah.
I love my Stephen West shawls. I just know that I have to love the yarn color choices, and they have to be exactly what I want. Otherwise, I won't finish it. And I know that.
Yeah. Oh, that's fair. All right. What's on top? Ish. Oh.
You're 15?
This is number 15. Okay. So controversially.
Uh-oh.
This is gonna be controversial. This is the Fossil Frenzy tee.
Oh my god.
I think I'm gonna rip it.
Whoa, bold choice.
I know, controversial.
Bold choice.
I think I'm gonna rip it. Cause
Okay.
As much as I love the idea of having dinosaur fossils on a garment.
Uh-huh.
Number one, these charts are like 70 stitches long, and it's not fun to try to knit across this non-repeating chart for 70 stitches because that does not all fit on a screen.
No, it doesn't.
I wasn't enjoying knitting the charts. This is upside down. Let me hold this right side up at least so you can appreciate it a little bit. Cause like, it's cute. But I do not enjoy the knitting off the chart process when it's 70 stitches long, and so I have to like knit 20 stitches and then scroll and then find my place and then knit 20 stitches and then scroll and...
That's fine. If you're not enjoying it and you're not going to like it, rip it. I'm with you. I support you.
I also am not confident that I would wear a tee.
Fair.
I'm not confident. I'm also not confident that I, like, fun as this color is, I think it might be too much. I don't know that I would wear this. I'm not confident that I would wear this, and I'm not enjoying the knit. I'm not enjoying the chart. I am enjoying the fossils. I'm enjoying the... I do like the fossils, but she has other patterns that are smaller and more repetitive, and that's good. I will knit other dinosaur things of hers, I think. Like the cowls. I'm very interested in doing the cowls, both the knit and crochet.
The cowls are very cute from her stuff. And
I might do like a kid-size sweater if somebody wanted one. But I don't think I will wear this, and I don't think I will willingly pick it up. So controversially,
let it go.
I'm gonna rip it.
Pull the needles. Pull it. Rip it. I vote yes. Waiting for
I'm shocking everybody. Okay, everybody's like, rip it, rip it, rip it. Okay, we're ripping it. We're ripping it. Let me take this progress keeper out here. Let me reclaim my llama corn progress keeper. It is a llama with a unicorn horn and wings.
It is. A llama corn. Yeah, we can't leave that in a project that we're not going to finish. That'd be crazy.
Nope. So let me get the clippy stitch markers out of here. Oh, that's where all my clippy stitch markers have been. A lot of my light bulbs went into here to mark the patterns. Not even the pattern repeats. Like
the pattern.
Like every 20 stitches in the pattern, just to keep yourself on track. Because the pattern repeats are like 70 or 80 stitches long.
That's a long repeat. Ooh.
Oh, I'm feeling liberated. This was the right choice. I feel liberated. I'm feeling liberated.
Do it.
It's happening. Okay. Those are on the cord, and I will have to actually. Cord. Oh, hang on. There's a couple more clippies. I'm trying to minimize the number of things I'm going to drop on the floor. And the clippies are the light bulb ones, and they might be pointy if I step on them.
Oh my god.
I'm less worried about
be
stepping on
painful.
one of my laser cut dinosaurs, because that won't hurt so much.
A bit chunkier. I'm so excited that you're letting projects go this year. Oh,
It's happening. Here we go. Here we go.
Pull the cord. Pull the cord. Pull it. Yeah.
Wait, hang on. I have to decide which way I'm going to pull. There we go. Okay. This is... Okay. Oh, God.
It's gotta feel so
Wait,
good.
there goes one. It's happening. It's partially off the
Feels
needles.
so good. Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Oh, people are clutching their pearls. Oh, Nikki's clutching pearls, as in pearl stitches.
Pearl stitches. Oh, Nikki. Bad dad jokes are our bread and butter.
Nancy says, no, LOL.
No.
Oh, I missed a clippy. Oh, I missed 2 clippies. Hang on.
So proud
Hang on.
So proud of you. So good.
It's great. We're doing it. We're ripping.
Yeah.
Oops, there's another dinosaur. I'm going to stand up and like 5 dinosaurs are going to fall off. Oh my god, there's another clippy. How'd I miss that?
Yeah, you're just gonna like when I get home from the bar and I take off my clothes and coinage falls out of my bra.
Like, how'd that get there?
How did that get there? Hey, listen, one time I found a 20. No idea how it got in there.
Sweet.
It worked for me.
All right, there we go.
I got brunch the next day.
Oh, look at this lovely long cord I've got back, and some Chowgu 2.75 millimeter. This is great.
Yeah.
Look at all these needles I got back. I got quite a stash of needles back now. I've been wondering where all these were. All right, the full rip is gonna happen later.
Yeah, it's gonna take time for you to rip all the things.
I've got 4 things in the rip pile. Oh,
all right.
Oh, I'm liberated. All right, you talk while I put all these back on my thing.
These are the colors I was talking about for the Halloween cowl. My Halloween town cowl.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm ripping the project because I don't like the colors. So count it because it's still in the project bag, but she's going away.
Nice.
I have 2 things in my rip pile. Am I ever going to run out of things to talk about? Nope. Oh god, so much to go still. Okay.
I can see the bottom of the bin.
Oh, hey, that's a good sign. One of us needs to be at the bottom of something.
Okay. Gotta update the project count. Okay. This is number 16.
It
feels so good, doesn't it? Yes, I've liberated. Okay, we have a cute teacup bag. Which, does it have a tag?
That'll be Dragon Fiber.
Dragon Fiber bags, yeah, in Winnipeg.
Yeah.
It's in here.
Lovely.
Okay, this is actually another thing I'm thinking about ripping.
Okay.
Hang on, we're stuck in a ball of yarn. Okay. This is the Hufflepuff mittens.
Ooh.
The Harry Potter mittens.
That you haven't worked on in Spoon's age.
Yeah. I don't...
Yeah.
I think it's because it's another case of I didn't follow the mitten pattern. Because I added this big long cuff down here, which I thought was going to be a good idea, but I didn't think about how the pattern was written for there to be like a picot edge and like a folded cuff, and so like all of the footprint part is supposed to be the cuff. So now the cuff is just stupidly long because the thumb hole's way up here, and the cuff is just it's too long and it's bothering me. Like that's like the cuff was already long as written, and then I added all this and I'm like, I don't like it. So it feels lovely, and I may one day cast them on again, maybe. Because I didn't hate the pattern. Despite the fact that it's completely non-repeating, I didn't hate it. Because it's not that big. So, I don't know. I'm going to call this a rip.
Oh, call it a rip.
I'm going to call it a rip. And I get some of my circular markers back. I've been wondering where those went. They're all lost in various projects. Oh, and another Clippy. Let me get that Clippy out of here.
Oh, I'm so excited you're ripping projects this year.
Ooh, and I get some needle stoppers back.
Yeah.
Getting so many craft supplies back. Okay, needles coming out. Needles coming out. The needles are coming out. Oh my god. I'm trying to take the needles out and it's fighting me. It doesn't wanna. My god. It doesn't wanna.
You've got some sticky needles, my dear.
Oh wait, hang on. This is gonna go way better if I pull them out like this. Oh, come on. The joins on these needles aren't the smoothest. Okay, there we go. There's one end.
Okay.
There's the other end, and there's a stitch marker. Off the needles. I have some... What size are you back? Some 2.0. I have some 2mm needles back.
That's some tiny needles.
Some very tiny needles, very tiny yarn. So that is in the RIP pile.
Good. So
Done.
happy for you.
All right.
You gotta feel amazing. Like just like a ton of weights off your shoulders at this point.
Well, now I'm looking at this pile like, oh my god, that's so much ripping. I'm gonna get Mr. Diana to help because he likes tugging on strings, and I'll be like, here, tug on all these strings and wind them into balls for me.
Yep. Oh, yeah, because that's totally something to do at night while you're watching TV.
Yeah.
And before you know it, you'll be through all of them and it'll be done.
Liberating. Okay.
Super good. Super good. I'm wondering how chat's reacted to the death of the Harry Potter mittens. I mean, personally, I'm doing a little
not as much as they reacted to the dinosaurs.
The dinosaurs is a bit of a controversial decision.
I told you it was controversial.
You are a dinosaur fan. I thoroughly support your decision.
Are you ready? How long is too long for the cuff? Oh, first blanket. Okay, let's do it. Oh.
The quilt blanket.
The quilt blanket.
I'm not going to make it a bed size. I'm tired of hunting down the right shade of yarn to finish it off. I have enough to make a couch throw, which means I have enough for the chairs that I have, which means it's big enough to be a throw over my rocking chair. So I'm sewing her together, I'm giving her a border, and I'm calling her done.
Nice.
I have enough built inside squares or enough made quilted smaller square, because this is a grid of 1, 2, 3, 4 by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is a 4 by 4 grid of granny squares, which then has a border grid around it, which is connected to the blanket to make the blanket itself. So I have all of the border grids, I have the corners, and I have, I think I ran out of the gray or blue at some point. One of the two I ran out of, and I cannot find the right, because it changed, the dye lots changed. Even in commercial yarn, they do change. So I've been able to find it and track down a good, it's close enough, it's fine. So I'm going to just make it as big as I can with what I have and call her done. That's what I'm doing. First blanket. Because I'm done having this live waiting for yarn that's never going to show up. That's what I'm going to do. Because that's my oldest project at this point, that blanket.
Yeah, that's been around for a while.
It has been around for a very long time. I want it done, and I've got enough of it finished to make a good throw, so I'm going to make it throw-sized. And call her a day. That's all out of Burnett Premium, guys. All right, your turn. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there more than one in here? I think there's more than one in here. I think 4, 5.
I have 2 more project bags and then spinning projects.
I still have projects to go, but that's fine.
All right, I'm gonna start on 17.
Go for it.
Oh, there's discussion about how long is too long for a cuff. Yeah, I added 2 or 3 inches on top of the 2 or 3 inches that was already written in the pattern. And don't do that, because then you have just a ridiculously long cuff that's just... At that point, you're basically making arm warmers, except then they're like awkwardly short arm warmers, and I added some stuff to the beginning that I shouldn't have added to the beginning, and meh. And then, of course, there's also the, you know, Harry Potter stuff with the J.K. Rowling nonsense. So, you know, the tainting of the Harry Potter stuff.
It depends on who you are and how much value you give authors versus their work. So it's a thing.
Yeah, it makes
It's a thing.
Harry Potter stuff controversial, uncomfortably, which makes me sad. But I get it. It adds a layer of complexity that I don't need. Yeah, what do we got? Oh, I just, upon picking this up, I think I figured out what this is. This is arguably my oldest WIP. It's not my oldest thing that's been on the needles, but it's the oldest project I've had in mind, I think.
Okay.
This is the Contours mitts, the fingerless gloves.
Yes, I remember those.
And they're arguably the oldest because I bought the pattern and the yarn for these back in like 2014, but I didn't actually start them until, I don't remember exactly when, but it was not that long ago. As in, like,
again,
only a few years ago. It was a few years ago.
Try again, my dear.
But it wasn't like 2014 long ago, is my point.
If the difference is 2014 to 2016 long ago, that's still too long ago.
I don't think it was that long. I genuinely don't remember when I cast these on, but last time I worked on these for a craft off.
The internet will tell you.
Actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I put these on the needles before we started podcasting.
Podcasting.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Well, that just added like 7 years.
You were giving it 2 or 3 years.
I was, but no, it's actually been like
older.
At least 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. These are my oldest WIP by any metric. So, I don't know. I'm torn. I hadn't thought about these ones. Because, like, the last time I picked them up, I 100% still wanted them. I believe I picked them up for a craft off, and I 100% still wanted them. But now I'm putting them on, and I'm like, I don't know that I'm an arm warmer person anymore, and I don't quite know when that happened, because that's recent. I 100% still wanted arm warmers like a year ago. I don't think I'm an arm warmer person anymore, and I don't know when that happened.
That's normal. We grow into and out of things all the time.
I'm just surprised because, like, I don't know when that changed. Normally, I know when things change. I didn't realize that had changed.
We all know which way I'm gonna vote. Guys.
Yeah, like, I don't hate them, but I also have no desire to work on them. Like, it doesn't fill me with a sense of ugh, but I'm not sure that I want to finish them. I'm not sure that I care.
Having meh feelings about a project is just as worth ugh. If you're like, you're not going to do it. You're not going to work on them. You will find other things to do.
You know, I'm gonna stick these in the maybe pile to have another think.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick these in the maybe pile.
Sure.
It's leaning towards a rip, whereas the Stephen West one that's currently in that pile is leaning towards I would like to work on it at some point. These are leaning towards a rip, but I need to think about it some more.
Okay. You need to let it percolate in the background for a hot second?
I do. I need to percolate for a second.
Okay, that's fair.
Also says you probably found that you don't need them as much now that you don't live on the prairie. I still have cold hands all the time. I don't want arm warmers. And I also wear a watch now. So that kind of precludes the arm warmer. At least on one hand.
It makes arm warmers interesting if you wear bracelets and watches and things.
Yeah.
I'm of the mind where it's like, if you actually wanted them, they'd be done.
It's
Because
true.
I've seen projects that you actually want.
And they get done. Yeah. Karen says if you become an arm warmer person again, you can always start new ones. Yeah. Okay. Yep. It's, you know what? You know what? Oh, I evidently had these on hold at some point. Let me get rid of that. I put them on hold on dental floss at some point.
Yeah, those are like audio podcast, pre-podcast days. Like those have been around for a while.
I think I'm reclaiming these needles. I think is I don't. Yeah, if I want them, I'll make them, and yeah.
Yep.
I think possibly I was still. I think with the hair that I kept the long hair for so long for like my 17-year-old self, and then I just had this epiphany one day this past summer where I'm like, 17-year-old me doesn't exist anymore. Why am I still doing things for her?
Yeah, she doesn't. She hasn't in a good long while.
So this isn't 17-year-old me, but this is like 22-year-old me.
Same difference.
22-year-old me doesn't exist anymore.
Nope.
Okay, done. Ripped. Another in the rip pile.
This is going in the rip pile.
Stack of needles I've got here, guys. And the paper pattern.
I'm so happy for you.
Paper pattern.
I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. The tar sweater.
Tar sweater. Oh, that one's not that old. I don't
Remember,
think.
I finished it. I bound off the body and I put it on, and I wanted to try making my actual bust measurement, just to see if I could have a sweater where it didn't look like I had honkin' watermelons on the front of my chest. And I had to come to terms with the fact that I absolutely do not like clothes that add 15 pounds of weight to my frame.
That's fair.
Ever. And that's the only thing that happens when I wear things that fit my bust correctly. So I'm ripping it. I'm ripping it right back. Now I'm still going to make the tar sweater out of this yarn because I love everything else about it. But I'm making the 47-inch one. And I'm just going to have huge watermelons on the front of my body because I do not need to look like I have an extra 20 pounds of weight on my person. Ever.
That's fair.
It makes
your
me
pain.
look frumpy. And that's not cool. Nothing.
No.
Your clothes should never make you look frumpy. So I'm
Well, it should make you feel frumpy.
So nope, I'm not keeping it. I'm gonna rip it.
Rip.
And start again.
Oops.
So it's going to the rip pile. Okay, I've got 3 rips now. Good for me. You're up. And I did a lot of that body of that sweater really fast. Like that was the 15th to the end of the month for a sweater challenge in November. So I know it doesn't take me long to make one. Even faster
that's what's in this bag.
Smaller size.
This is my last project bag in the box.
Okay.
I only have spinning projects after this one.
Mm-hmm.
I have a nice flower bag, and in this bag is the Zelda socks and a hair. But the Zelda socks, I had to take them off the needles because I needed the needles for something, but I've just recovered so many needles.
That's not a reason to keep the socks. Look at the socks individually by themselves.
I mean, they're gorgeous, and I love them.
Yes.
I love the idea of them.
Okay, that's fair. I love
the idea of colorwork socks. I'm talking sane thoughts as they come into my head. I love the idea of colorwork socks. I've not really played a Zelda game ever.
Why are you making Zelda colorwork socks?
Because they were pretty and I wanted them at the time. I do really like this heel, besides the fact that I dropped a stitch on that side that I need to fix. But I do love the stripy heel. You know what? You know what? They're already not even on a needle.
They're not on a needle.
And I even got a second skein of yarn, so then I would have a time to stand. I have now 2 skeins of this pretty purple and some white. I could do something else with that.
Uh-huh.
I have the coffee cup
Oh
holder in the
yeah.
Zelda pattern. Yeah, that was the swatch for this. That is the coffee cup thing now. So you know what? You know what? You know what? Let's rip it.
Let it go.
Let it
Let it go.
go. We're letting it go. That's
Let it
the
go.
theme. We're letting it go.
Let it go. Because in my mind, if you run across a pair of colorwork socks that you like now, you're not going to go, but I already have Zelda socks on the
Yeah,
needles. You can just cast on a pretty pair of colorwork socks that fit you better.
I liked them when I started them. I was very into them when I started them, but I'm not so
Okay.
into them now. And I get more of those great little middle circle stitch markers back.
Oh, nice.
Ooh. And
We're gonna do a twofer.
can get a clippy mark back. All right, there's another rip. There we go. There's another rip.
Crank my project count up by 2.
Let it go. Let it go. Yes. Okay.
We're talking long term. When I get bored, I pick up these scrappy crochet and jelly roll blankets that I am working on. These are 2
Ooh.
fingering weight blankets. One of them is granny squares that I'm connecting as I go in 2 sections. So all I will have to do at the end is sew them together to have a whole blanket. What size? Don't know yet. But because I'm making these out of the last 10 grams, 15 grams, like the last bits and bobs, I don't have a ton of the last bits and bobs. I have a lot of 20-gram minis that can get turned into things. And the other long-term scrappy project I'm working on is my jelly roll blanket. I have no intention of ripping either one of these 2 blankets, guys. I had no end date in mind. I'm working on my first strip. And
Yeah,
I'm
I do kind of
making
want to
both
make
of
one of
these.
those.
I'm making both of these blanket bed sized, so I'm going to be at it for years. And I knew that when I started, so
Yeah, it's fine. It's a blanket.
that's where I'm at.
It can be a years long project.
It's also for me, so it's for fun for me with my scraps when I feel like it. There's months where I don't pick this up because I'm not in the mood to do it. But I'm not getting rid of the yarn. I'm not pulling the project. I like these guys. They're comforting. They're my. I don't want to think knit. I pull it out and work on it for a bit, right?
Yeah.
So, keeping that one. All right, that got me 2 projects. How many more do you got to go?
That was my last knitting crochet. I have spinning.
Let me go through the last of my knitting then.
Okay.
My knitting and
Karen's
crochet.
had a great idea. I should make a reel with all of my whips to frog with the Let It Go music.
Oh God.
I can see it just like let it go with one project. Let it go.
Yeah, that could be funny. In the Don't Forget to Knit Northern Knits podcast bag, we have a giant pile of black yarn.
Black yarn.
This is my
Oh,
sister's crochet couch throw.
right.
Yes, that I have had to go very slowly on because a chunk of the end of this is done in black yarn.
Because of
So I
black.
have to have a good vision day where I'm free to work on this. And there's not many of those days right now. So I am still I've got the last of the yarn for it. It's sitting here ready to go, but I'm not ripping it. A, it's a present my sister wants, and B, she understood when she asked for it, it would not be on time. It would be very, very late because sometimes I will have months and months and months of very poor vision, whereas I have some, but none of it's usable. And that's usually it's a cyclical thing. So I will have stable vision for a while, and then it slides. And during that slide process, it's just crap all the way around. I have been sliding vision wise, so it's just crap all the way around. So I haven't had the ability to work on this, and I cannot do that to myself in black yarn. It is a beautiful Christmas. It's the annual Christmas blanket pattern from the Crochet Code by Mikey. The man crochets some stunning blankets. Just freaking beautiful. They're so freaking beautiful. He's
Kind of want
also
to try
an
one of those
absolute
blankets
delight.
too, but like that's a lot to commit to.
I've watched a lot of his shorts. Oh, I I want to go meet him in person because I feel like we'll be insanely sarcastic.
He seems delightful.
Just yes. Just buckets of yes. Does that make sense? Just
Sometimes I
buckets
turn
of
on
yes.
crochet tutorials to like fall asleep to, which isn't to say that they're
Uh,
boring, they're just so
just
comforting that I can relax enough to fall asleep.
like my people. Like I want to meet them. Like, ah, you're the dude to go to the coffee shop with and sit down and have a chat and work on a project and like just shoot the breeze. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So like, and I love his patterns. So yes, I do want to finish it. I'm also acknowledging that I am still going blind. I have to balance the two, and black is the hardest thing for me to work in. So my sister knew that. She is also going through the going blind process, so she is aware of what is going on. So she knows it's coming to her. I couldn't tell her when because she said black and I said oof and she said take whatever time you need because it's just that's how it works. So all right, I've got a couple more knitting and crochet, so let's get through them, and then we can talk spinning.
Okay. Also, forgot to make the thread. Yes, I made the thread. There is a thread in the Ravelry group for the MCAL for questions.
True
The thread
story.
has been made.
This
And
is the
Linda is
sundress.
asking, sorry, Linda's asking what craft off is. Do you want to explain or should I?
I'm sure. I will talk about my sundress here real quick. I am not ripping my sundress. I am making a sundress to have as PJs. I have my belly band done. I have the crochet hook wedged into the belly band. I tend to work on cotton projects in the summer. I don't know why. I just do. There's no rhyme or reason for it, but this is out of some wonderful Karen cotton cake. And I want to make this as a PJ night dress to wear in the summer
Nice.
in my very warm apartment. Okay, craft off. Did we add to my project pile?
Yes. Yes, you're sitting at 20 right now.
Okay, good. The craft off is pretty easy. Once a month, me and Diana post 2 photos or a photo with 2 options for voting, and everybody votes on what we're going to work on secretly for the month in the background. So we use this as a way to work on WIPs, cast on new projects, try out new things, and then the last Friday and Saturday of every month, everybody votes, and then that Sunday is our monthly live podcast, and we tell everybody who won for the next month, like what projects won, and then we reveal what we've accomplished as our craft off. It's basically me and Diana challenging each other to do stuff in the background and be more productive with the stuff we work on. Challenge each other. This month I have the shawl that I designed and never put on the needles. My challenge was to get some progress done on that, like actually get it on the needles and get some progress done.
Mm-hmm.
And voting was between a cream tweed and a gray tweed to go with the purple super soft Holst colors that I had to make it. I don't remember what Diana's was though for this month.
It was vanilla socks for myself, and people voted between the like cozy drink colors and
Oh,
the super
right.
bright colors, and super bright colors won by a landslide almost unanimously. So we're getting some
So
super bright socks.
that's the craft off. Project 21 is my librarian. My librarian. It's at least on the needles.
Yeah, mine is well, we saw it. It's not. It's gonna be.
This is always the slowest part of any project for me, guys. It's the ribbing. Once I can get through the ribbing, it tends
Oh,
to fly a
hey, I
bunch
reclaimed
faster.
some
But
4mm
I'm very slow.
needles. I now have the
Good.
needles I need to swatch with. Sweet.
Okay. I'm not ripping this. This is my cardigan. I'm doing the pullover version of the cardigan by Scandier Knits. Diana is doing the pullover.
Yes, you're
All
doing the
right.
cardigan
I think
version. I'm doing the pullover.
is this my last one? Are we down to spinning after this? I'm down to spinning
I don't
after
know.
this. Thank the heavens. Thank the heavens. It's the last knitted one. I don't think I'm. Oh, do I rip this? Do I not rip this? I'm gonna put that up to vote, guys. This is the Gleese sweater.
Oh,
Geese sweater.
the one that
It's
nobody
that
knows how to
bulky.
pronounce.
The one nobody knows how to pronounce. It's the one where the yarn is so light that the needle is like 4 times heavier than the yarn. Because this is that arrow
Yes.
yarn.
You were really excited about that one. What's made it stall?
I put it down. That's pretty much how all the
Oh,
stalls work.
okay. Fair.
Where my brain is going, I could just crochet this into another shawl. I think I'm gonna rip it.
It sounds like you're
I love the pattern.
unenthusiastic.
I love the pattern repeats. I'm just not sure I'd ever wear it.
That's fair.
It's a pullover, guys. Like, pullovers and me are sketchy. It's a beautiful boat neck pullover pattern. I just don't know if I'd ever wear it.
It sounds
No,
like a
I'm
rip.
gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go.
Rip it, rip it.
Rip pile. Go to the rip pile. These needles are so huge. Okay, there we go. Now I think I'm out of knitting and crochet patterns.
All
Oh
right.
no, I got one more.
Got one more. Okay. That'll put you at 23
How
to
did I
18.
forget? How did I forget?
Oh,
How did we forget? Guys, I'm literally at assembly stage. I have all the squares done. I just need to assemble them.
Chad agrees
Okay.
with the rip decision on the sweater.
Yeah. This I just need to finish. I just need to. I have all my squares done. You can see I'm sewing the squares on. I'm crocheting the squares on.
Well, that seems like a very near finish.
I need to just finish this. I even have the pillowcase squares done. I just need to sew them together. I just need to crochet them together. Okay. I just need to finish this.
Is that just a bunch of granny squares sewn together?
It is literally a bunch of Karen Cake granny squares made in a whole bunch of colors, and then I crochet a round of white not handicrafter, sugar and cream. That's it, sugar and cream.
Mhm.
I'm doing a crochet round of sugar and cream in white to encase each individual color in white and give a white colored background to the whole thing. That's it. I'm down to the crochet, the white square, and connect them as I go stage. So, hello, Phaedra. Would you like to tell the internet it's time for snackies? We're almost done. We just got spinning projects. So I'm at 23 without spinning projects.
Yep.
That's not too bad. Hello. For me, it could be a lot worse, guys.
Shall I jump in with some spinning?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you should.
Project 19. I'm going to tell you right now, none of these are going to be rips because you can't really rip a spinning
Rip
project.
spinning. Yeah.
Okay.
Claws. Hello, claws.
In the background behind me, I have a spinning wheel that has some fluff on it, which is the second half of this spin that I did last Christmas.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I just need to make this again, this ball that I've got here, that is like a lovely gradient, and I don't know if I'm gonna leave them as two gradient singles, or I think my plan was to like ply them together and go for a gradient yarn.
Possible?
I believe that was the plan. Anyway, so it like starts at like oh, actually there's a blue in here. Goes from a blue to a green to like a pinky purple red and then ends on a white.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's a little bit thick thin, so it's going to look hand spun. And I will guess that this is going to come out to be a thick worsted by the time it's plied together.
What?
I think it's going to average to a thick worsted because there's some spots where it's like sport weight as it is and some spots where it's like light fingering. I think it'll average out to be about a worsted.
You tell the internet that you need to be fed right now.
Meow.
You're stuck in my shirt, aren't you? Claws.
So that's half a spinning project there because the other half is on the spinning wheel and that was too hard to show.
That's fair.
So-
I only have one on the go.
You only have one on the go. Okay. For Project the 24. What have you got?
I don't know where I put it. It's my bats. It's my sparkle bats.
Oh, your
It's not
sparkle
in my
bats.
spinning. It's not in my spinning box, so I don't know where I put it to keep it safe. Because of course I put it somewhere to keep it safe. But it's
Well,
the
yeah.
only one I've got because all of my other drop spindles are naked.
Ah.
So I only have one spinning project on the go right now.
Also says she looks starved.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Starved cat right here.
Karen says 23 and 18 are respectable project counts, especially since some are going to be ripped. Quite a few of mine are going to be ripped. I'm very excited to watch this number go down.
My official count is 24. My official count is 24. Do you have more spinning projects?
I do.
Well, I'm going to listen, and we're going to feed the monster.
Okay.
Because I know how her brain functions. And I will have no
Project
peace until
number
she
20
has had lunch.
has
I asked
fluff
you
on
if you
it.
wanted lunch early, and you said no. Describe to me the project.
Describe? Okay, so on my Scottish drop spindle, otherwise known as a Jelligan, I was hand spinning some superwash merino from Cloud9 Fiberworks. The colorway is Imaginary Friend, and it's, let me see if I can get some out of the bag so it doesn't crinkle so much. There we go. It's, oh, I already split it in half because I'm smart and I split it in half. That's so smart. Okay, so it's like a light steely blue color with pops of green and yellow and pink. Looks a little bit like the finger painting on a cloud, maybe. Obviously can't really rip a spinning project. And that's actually going fairly consistent, actually. Look at this. That's reasonably consistent. I'm quite pleased with that. And it ends up being mostly the steel blue color. With just little flecks of other colors in it. I like that. So,
you can't be starving to death if you're rolling around on the floor.
Sure she can.
You can't. That's not how it works.
So that's
You
another
can't
spinning
give
project.
up on life. You can't give up on life 2 feet from the food bowl. Oh, that's it. You're done. You couldn't possibly walk that last 1.5 feet, could you? No.
And I've got
Roll dramatically. Come here, roll dramatically.
Okay, project 21.
Ooh.
Oh, also saying, did you see the handspun Louise got for a Christmas present? I did not.
I did. It's freaking gorgeous.
Let me just wrestle my project out of here. This is the my square checkerboard drop spindle from Maudsley Fiber Arts, and the pansy colorway from Fireweed Fiber Co. So it's purple with a little bit of pink, some white, some like yellow, like a touch of orange. It looks like Pansy? Johnny Jump Up. Wait, hang on. I've got the band in here. Johnny Jump Up. And this fiber is Targi Bamboo Silk. So it is luscious.
We're fed.
Excellent. The pretty fiber, and the pretty spun fiber. Ooh.
Well, I thought I would have 2, but I pulled out the bag with my medieval drop spindle in it.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, I haven't started.
Then it doesn't count.
It doesn't count. I haven't started. So I just have the one spinning project. So cool. Who knew? Where is it? I don't know, guys. I don't know where it is. I put it somewhere safe. It could be anywhere.
And then for my very last one, I was like, I thought I had one. Oh no, we're stuck. Okay, here we go. I have my electric eel wheel that still has some pole worth on it that needs to be finished. I think this is half of the original braid.
Mm-hmm.
Which means, did I spin half already and take the bobbin off? Or have I stashed the other half of this someplace else? No, I didn't split this. No, that just is how it is, I think. Oh, I don't remember now. This spinning project is so old. I don't remember when I started it, what my plan was. So I'm just gonna spin it and call it a single.
Yep.
Because it's
I like that plan.
reasonably consistent.
Oh, that's not too bad at all.
It's like a blue, red, purple kind of color. So I'm gonna spin it until the bobbin's full, and that's about it. That's the plan now. So that is my very last project.
We made it to the end. Holy Hannah.
Which means we can now subtract our numbers from our RIP piles.
Oh, good. Let's count up our RIP pile.
Karen was saying
Mine's
the
at
drop
the base of
spindle
the
one is
tripod.
shiny. Nikki says your spinning's beautiful. I love the interesting drop spindles. I love them too. They're very fun. Ooh, Nikki says I could chain ply it. That's a thing. I might do that. That might have been my plan for it, actually. I genuinely don't remember.
Sounds like a good idea. Chain play sounds like a good idea. I have 4 projects to subtract from my project total.
Okay, so you have 24 right now. We are subtracting 4 minus 4.
Ooh, that leaves me with 20.
For a grand total of 20.
That's not bad at all. I'll take it.
I need to count my projects. 1 second. 1, 2.
Especially because if I finish the sweater today
6,
and I finish the
7.
Tribeca trench coat on the 6th of January, I'll be down to 18 shortly after the start of the year.
22 minus
so that's
7
not too
is
bad at
15.
all.
22 minus 7 is 15?
You're asking the wrong person on reverse math.
I get that reference. I believe that leaves me with 15, which and that's including spinning projects, which it hasn't historically.
Yeah. No, you're doing good. You're doing great. He's like, why am I so cool so far into doing a stream? It's because my hair is still up. Oh, good. I don't get as warm when my hair's up. That's not bad. To go into 2024 with 15 for you and 20 for me, those are good counts.
I'm all right with that. And then yeah, because I think last year the project count also came out to be like, it was like 17 or like 24 or something. I feel like I have the numbers 17 and 24 in my head, but I don't remember if those are accurate. But those did not include spinning projects. So it'd have it be 15 with spinning projects.
Spinning projects, yeah.
And having 2 sweaters very close to done.
Yeah. No, I think we did.
I'm feeling really good about that.
I think we did good this year. Awesome. Excellent. Hello, welcome back, Kat. Which is good, and it means we now know the state of our WIPs.
We do indeed.
Totally
I'm gonna
manageable.
get so many project bags back.
Yes, you are. Yes,
This is great. I have so many needles back. Like,
there's no lap here.
It's not even.
There's no lap here.
God. Look at all these needles I got back.
Well, you ripped a lot of projects. Did you make your final decision on your 2 meh projects?
Well, one became a rip. I was mad about the arm
contours.
Yeah, so those got ripped. Those are in the rip pile.
Okay, good.
My decision is I'm gonna hang on to all the Stephen West stuff right now. And the next time we do this, reevaluate, and if I still haven't touched it, then I need to make some hard choices. If I haven't even touched it, it doesn't have to be done, but if I haven't even like attempted to work on it, I need to have a hard look at why that is.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's very fair. I think she scared herself by running into the tripod.
Yeah, I saw that. The tripod moved dramatically.
Yeah, she walked into it, then she got frightened because it was in her way, and she turned around and went back to where she came.
Oh my god. Cat.
That's my cat, people.
You know what? I think all of my... Well, except for the giant sweater project, I think all my WIPs will like really truly fit in my bin now.
Lovely.
This is fancy. I'm gonna actually have everything in my bin. I feel light.
That also means
I feel good about this.
I'm liking this.
I am.
So I've got 20 because I've got the projects that I want to put, like I've got the stuff I want to put on my bingo card. So now I can fill my bingo card in, and I've got a very good idea of what WIPs I'm sitting on. Yeah.
I've learned not to put specific WIPs, but I want to put some spinning stuff on my card this year.
That's what I was thinking.
It was something I was thinking about doing, some like different fiber types and like different plying techniques or something. So I might put on ones that I know I'll do, given what's currently on the go.
For sure, I want to put 1 or 2 as mystery creates, a la vintage crochet, because I love.
Oh, you're super off center now, by the way. You should either shimmy or move your camera. No, wrong way. Other way. Other left.
Other left?
Yeah, that's still the wrong left.
I don't know where I am, guys. Oh, she really moved the camera around.
That's better. There we go. Now we can see you, not just your shoulder.
Not a left or right. It's a rotate. You needed me to rotate. Either way, I think I want to put 1 or 2 mystery knit or crochet where I don't know what I'm making.
I also want to do at least one of those.
I think I want to put 1 or 2 of those squares on, which is good. I know what I have. I can sit down and be honest about things, and I'm ripping some projects, so I feel good about that. That's good. And I don't have an obscene amount of anything. I've got some...
I'm feeling really good. I feel like...
I got a shawl. I got a couple socks. I got blankets. Blankets are blankets.
Feeling like 2024 is the year I actually hit my goal of like 6 active WIPs. Designs not included, because that's its own whole thing.
We'll see.
2024 might be the year. Do you remember I started that I was keeping a document where I was tracking 2 WIPs out for 1 WIP in. I have not updated it in at least 2 months, so I don't know where that's at right now, but I think with all those rips, I think I have actually hit that. I completely forgot that document existed until we started doing this today. So I will fill that out and talk about it on the podcast.
That'll work. Perfect. In which case, we can wrap this up and let everybody know we'll see them on Saturday for WIP sprints.
Yep. Same bat time, same bat channel.
You betcha. Guys, thanks for joining us for a live State of the WIP. I need to clean my office now because there's like everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure I can back this chair up right now.
It's everywhere.
It's a little interesting.
It's a little explodey. I need to tidy up, and then I need to work on that Moonbeam sweater. So I'm going to say until Saturday. I'm Jocelyn.
I'm Diana.
No matter where your week takes you, don't forget to knit.
Don't forget to knit.